Yes, the international horses enjoying a bit of sun on their backs during training here. Welcome to the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club ahead of the latest Bahrain Turf Series fixture. The sun trying to poke through the clouds, and it is a relatively overcast day, but it's warm still and not too much wind for a Friday afternoon here. So perfect conditions ahead of today's key meeting.
The excitement returns to the Kingdom of Bahrain this Friday with the next two races in the Bahrain Turf Series. The series pits international challengers against locally trained runners over the course of 10 races, split into two categories, one for sprinters and one for middle distance horses. The 5-furlong Al Wasma Cup and the 9-furlong Al Adiat Cup are both conditions races worth a guaranteed £60,000 in prize money. And once again, runners will earn points according to their finishing position. At the end of the series, the points are added and the owner of the leading horse in both the sprint and the middle distance categories will earn a £15,000 bonus, while the trainer will receive £10,000, making a total of £50,000 in additional prize money. It's all to play for at this stage, with 4 different race winners representing 4 different stables and 2 wins each for the European challengers and 2 for the locals.
Yes, those 2 Bahrain Turf Series races are races 4 and 5 today as part of an 8-race card. It is the Al Adiat Cup over 1,800 metres, that's at 2:45 local time, and then the Al Wasmiyah Cup is at 3:15 local time. But it is also a key afternoon. We've got a number of Crown Prince's Cup trials, so let's get all the details on today's card and say a very good afternoon to our commentator this afternoon, Darren Owen.
Good afternoon, Ali. Good afternoon, everybody. And as Ali was saying, perfect conditions. And let's stress that we're on a different track today. For the first time this turf series, we will be using the inner track for today's 8-race programme, which brings together all the winners so far from the first 2 legs of those respective divisions in the turf series. And as Ali was saying, the locally breds in action. We've got the Derby and Oaks winner going facing off in race number 3. Let's have a look at today's card. We begin with the Arabian Breds. That's race number 1 over 1,400 metres. Features the return of KHALIFA Zoreya. Race number 2 going 1,400 metres here. Again, 3-year-olds in action. The locally breds, that's the second race on the card. Third race, Epic returns. Epic and Manama Girl, the Derby and Oaks winners from last season. They face off in our 3rd race. And then the 4th race is the Al Adiat Cup, the turf series for the middle distance horses. 1,800 metres the journey today. Lukanda and the Kovacs Kid, the 2 winners so far in the turf series for that division, they will be in the lineup. On to the sprinters, the Al Wasmiyah Cup. That's race number 5, sponsored by SALMAN. And here we have got, again, the 2 previous winners. So they are in this lineup, Nomadic Empire and Dark Shadow. On to race number 6, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the 4-year-old fillies, the locally bred 4-year-old fillies over 1,600 metres. 7th race, the Huntsman Cup. That's over the 1,600 metre journey. It's a handicap for the imported horses. Big field lining up there. And the final race on today's card is over 2,000 metres. The His Highness Sheikh HAMAD bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the handicappers. Let's have a look at the changes to today's card, beginning with those horses who will not be facing the starter. In race number 5, a couple of scratchings here, the non-runners there. Number 7, Here We Go Dandy, and number 9, King of Stars. Those 2 are out. And on to the jockey change front. One to report at the moment. Race number 8, number 10, Level Pitch, is now the mount of Rowan Scott. So you're up to speed with today's changes. So let's now look at our first race of the day. We've got the Arabian Breds over the 1,400 metres here. Number 1 is Kuhailan Afas, partnered by Ibrahim Nada. Number 2, Kuhailan Zoreya, Neil Callan. The 3 is Kuhailat Al-Adiyat and Salam Al-Jimi. Number 4 is Krushan Hussein Maki. Number 5, Musanan 1811. Partnered by Abdullah Faisal. Number 6, Musanan 1781, and this one partnered by Hassan Al Safa. Number 6, Musanan 1781. And number 7 is Kuhailan Afas 1708. And Kuhailan Afas 1708 is partnered by Anas Al Sayabi. So they are the runners for the first race of the day, 1400 metres, the His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup, and the runners are now in the paddock.
Yeah, this is a Crown Princess Cup trial for the Arabian horses. Let's have a look at them in your picture then. There is horse number 1, a real superstar, a 12-time winner, Kuhailan Afas. Ibrahim Nada rides for trainer Abdullah Kuwaiti. He's in great form, winning 1 race this season before finishing 3rd last time out.
And talking of superstars, Ali, here is Kuhailan Zoreya. Kuhailan Zoreya has got a fine record, and this horse recorded that really good win by 4 lengths here back in March, and returns to action having had that midsummer break. Neil Callan aboard Kuhailan Zoreya.
Horse number 3 is Kuhailat Al-Adiyat, going to be ridden by Salam Al-Jami, who takes off a handy 3 kilograms for trainer Yusuf Taha. Lined up against Kuhailan Afas, the number 1 horse, back on the 23rd of December, finishing in 2nd ahead of him that day. So number 3 is the only mare in the race, Kuhailat Al-Adiyat.
Number 4 is Krushan, and we've already seen Krushan in the winner's circle this winter, recording that win in early December by a convincing 5.5 lengths. Last time, Krushan chased home Musanan 1781, beaten half a length. That's number 4, Krushan.
Horse number 5, then another grey, Musana 1811. This one already in the winner's enclosure this season, winning back in November, finishing in behind Musana when we last saw this one on the 30th of December. So hoping to turn the tables on Musana 1781. But this one is Musana 1811, horse number 5, ridden by Abdullah Faisal.
And number 6 is Musanan 1781, one of 3 runners trained by Abdullah Kuwaiti in this race. Musanan 1781 was a winner a few weeks ago, beating Krushan by half a length on that occasion. That's number 6, Musanan 1781.
And finally, horse number 7, this bay as an absolute star here, as a couple we've already talked about, but this one a 14-time winner, Kuhailan Afas 1708. Yusuf Taha's the trainer, Anas Al Sayabi is the jockey. Kuhailan Afas 1708 finished 2nd in the King's Cup and comes here with every chance off the back of victory on the 23rd of December. Number 7, Kuhailan Afas 1708. Well, let's have a quick word then with trainer Hisham Al-Haddad. He's got number 2, Kuhailan Zoreya, a horse that was a 4-length winner of the King's Cup last season. How's he been? This is his first run this season.
He's been very good. We tried to save him until this race. He's in good form today. We've got high hopes, and hopefully Neil can drive him safely to the finish line.
He, as I said, he's having his first run this season. Is he fit, ready to go? How much do you think he might come on from this run?
He will benefit more, of course. We've got more important, bigger races also coming in the future, near future. So we're hoping a lot on this race. Hopefully he can beat them today, and we'll take it on from there.
Got some tough opposition though in horse number 1, KHALIFA Nafas 1695, and I suppose horse number 7, the other KHALIFA Nafas horse, both multiple winners in Bahrain. They're 9-year-olds. So how much do you fear that pair?
We fear them a lot of respect is to them. I think the mostly feared is KHALIFA Nafas, as he's carrying 54. So he's got the advantage of at least 5 kgs between us and them. So, and they get affected really bigly with the weights, these horses. So fingers crossed.
And just very quickly, you've obviously got your mob pandered in the Bahrain Turf Series races later on. How's the team?
Very optimistic. We're looking good. Very strong opposition. We'll try to do our best.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's take a look at the horses as they step out onto the track for our first race of 8 today. The His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup. The Arabian bred, 7 of them in total. And you can see them making their way to the start over on the far side of the course. Remember, we're on the inner track, and there is Krushan, number 4. Number 2, about to leave the paddock, is KHALIFA Zareya, returns to action after a really good season last term. That's KHALIFA Zareya, and there with the white face, the red cap, and number 3, KHALIFA Al Adiyat, the only mare in the field. So runners then going out onto the track, making their way to the start. In shot, number 6, Musanan 1781, and the stable companion Musanan 1811. Musanan 1811 with the white cap. There goes KHALIFA Zareya and Neil Callan, followed by KHALIFA Al Adiyat. He's got the red cap, number 3. KHALIFA Al Adiyat in the one of 2 runners for victorious in this race. Number 7, KHALIFA Nafas 1708, the other victorious representative, and trained by Yusuf Taha, who also sends out KHALIFA Al Adiyat. KHALIFA Nafas 1708, a winner a few weeks ago, won by over 3 lengths on that occasion. So the horse is just approaching the start. You can see the mare in shot. In the yellow jacket, white sleeves, that's KHALIFA Zareya. Neil Callan in the saddle. KHALIFA Nafas 1708 in the red and white striped cap. Musanan 1781, blue jacket, white sleeves, red cap. Krushan in the white with a purple chevron. And number 1, KHALIFA Nafas 1695. Ibrahim Nada in the saddle has the blue colours with the blue cap, white sleeves. So runners now arriving at the start for race 1.
So some of the best Arabians in training over here in Bahrain lining up this afternoon. This very much a Crown Prince's Cup trial for these horses, and we've got the first two home in the King's Cup lining up against each other. Back in mid-March, it was KHALIFA Zoreya who was victorious, a 4-length winner of the King's Cup under Neil Callan, and Neil Callan back in the saddle for his seasonal debut. But he's up against the horse that finished second to him in the King's Cup. And KHALIFA Afas 1708 has the advantage of race fitness. He's had 2 runs already this season, finishing second and then winning last time out back at the end of December. And he's receiving quite a lot of weight from KHALIFA Zoreya, his horse number 7. But trainer Hisham Al-Haddad confident that KHALIFA Zoreya is fit for his first run of the season. And he's a 6-year-old, so just turned 6, so possibly potential to improve. There's KHALIFA Afas 1708, a 9-year-old, a 14-time winner. And another 9-year-old in the race worth mentioning is horse number 1, KHALIFA Afas 1695, a 12-time winner. So look out for horses coming out of stalls 6, 7, or 5, 6, and 7. So stand side. It is over 1,400 meters. So they have a relatively long run before that bend, that sweeping bend into the home straight. And as they're behind, they'll be starting the loading process soon. Just a reminder, they're using the inner track this afternoon. First time we've been racing on the inner track since mid-November, so it's had a couple of months off, and it's looking fine and very lush and green. Neil Mackenzie-Ross done a fine job, as you can see there. Great ground cover, great grass cover. They've had a fair bit of rain here over the last few weeks, so the going is good. So really, really looks in fine condition, that the ground. You can see the new Martin Collins training track on the inside there. But yeah, looking fabulous thanks to Neil Mackenzie-Ross. And you can see the horses circling behind the gates then. They'll be starting the loading process. They are starting the loading process then. Our first race is His Highness Sheikh Issa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup for the Arabians. Over to you, Darren.
Thanks, Ali. Yes, so a field of 7 then going into the starting stalls for this Crown Prince's Cup trial. And we're watching KHALIFA Zoreya now moving forward with KHALIFA Afas 1708. And going into the starting stalls into stall number 6, there is KHALIFA Afas 1695. That's it, they are ready to go. And they're off. Racing over 1,400 metres. Good alert beginning for KHALIFA Al Adiyat to the inside with alongside Musanan 1781 as they form their early order. Just behind the leaders is KHALIFA Afas 1695 up against the running rail KHALIFA Afas 1708. KHALIFA Zoreya is disputing 4th place. Further back to Krushan and on the outside Musanan 1811. So that's the running orders. They make the approach now to the final 800 metres, and the pace being made by KHALIFA Al Adiyat leads by around 2 lengths with KHALIFA Afas 1695 second place, 2 lengths to KHALIFA Zoreya, who is alongside Musanan 1781. A white cap around the field, Musanan 1811 trying to get competitive ahead of Krushan, and KHALIFA Afas 1708 is the back marker with 600 to go. So they face the home straight, and it is KHALIFA Al Adiyat, the leader, has a 1 length advantage from KHALIFA Kohalin Nafas 16.95. Kohalin Zarea is on the outside and now being unleashed by Neil Callan. He squeezes Kohalin Zarea, asks the horse a question to go about his business, and masters Kohalin Al Adiyat back in third place. Kohalin Nafas 16.95. 200 metres left to go. Kohalin Zarea, who had a fine term last year, is in front here by a couple of lengths. Kohalin Nafas 17.08 is staying on and moves into second place as they go inside the final 50 yards. Kohalin Zarea is just going to be kept up to his work. Kohalin Nafas 17.08 lunges late, but Kohalin Zarea did enough to beat Kohalin Nafas 17.08. The 1-2 from last year's King's Cup, and those two were followed home by Kohalin Al Adiyat. So Kohalin Zarea, number 2, has taken the money. And that's a great return to action for Kohalin Zarea. Just had to be kept up to his work in the closing stages in the hands of Neil Callan to collect. Kohalin Nafas 17.08, who was behind Kohalin Zarea when they met last spring. Really did stay on in the closing stages. Kohalin Nafas 17.08, but just couldn't claw back Kohalin Zarea. Kohalin Zarea, the winner. Kohalin Nafas 17.08 second. Back in third there was Kohalin Al Adiyat, who run a sound race in third place. So those provisional numbers are 2, 7 and 3. Great return for Kohalin Zarea. Travels sweetly in the hands of Neil Callan.
Going. Let's have a quick word with winning jockey Neil Callan. Neil, you don't often ride in Arab races, but this one's a special one, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got a bit of class, this fella. I was just trying to be as kind to him as possible. I didn't really want to have to resort to using my whip, which I didn't have to, and it was close at the end. I thought he'd win a bit easier, but I think it was job done, and he'll come on so much for this. He's carrying a bit of weight, and I think his mind will focus up after this run. So, yeah, I think he's definitely going to come on.
And looking forward to your races later, your rides?
Yeah, look, we've got some nice rides. The horses are in good form, so let's hope they turn up like they did last week, and then we'll be all happy.
Well done. Congratulations then. Starting the card then with a winner, Neil Callan. He's got some great rides this afternoon. And as he said, the Hesham Al Haddad Fawzi Nas team in fine form. So let's hear it for our winner then. Congratulations to Kohalin Zarea, 17.97. For Al Khaldir, the owners Al Khaldir, Neil Callan and Hesham Al Haddad.
So first race of the day goes to Kohalin Zarea. That was His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup. The result: first number 2, Kohalin Zarea. Second number 7, Kohalin Afas 17.08. Third number 3, Kohalat Al Adiyat, and fourth number 1, Kohalin Afas 16.95. The distance is a neck and 3 1/4 lengths, a neck and 3 1/4 lengths, and the official time of the winning horse 1 minute 35.884. 1 minute 35.884. Kohalin Zarea returning to the winner's enclosure on this his seasonal reappearance. Wade in, wade in.
So we come to the trophy presentation for our opening race. It is the His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup for Arabians. Delighted to welcome Vice President of the Supreme Council for Environment, Vice President of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club, His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa. He's presenting the trophy to Winning Connections, KHALIFA Zoreya. Presenting the trophy there to Abdullah Fawzi, part of the Fawzi Nas stable, trainer Hisham Al Haddad, and is there on the right, and jockey Neil Callan riding KHALIFA Zoreya, the King's Cup winner, to victory on his seasonal debut. Well done then to everyone connected to KHALIFA Zoreya, winning of our opening race. Hang on, let me just quickly get his runners up. Well, as we continue our build-up to the two big Bahrain Turf Series races, they are races 4 and 5 on today's card. And so far, it is 2 wins apiece for the international trainers up against the local trainers. So all to play for today. Victorious for the international trainers has been George Baker, whose Lucanda took the very first Bahrain Turf Series race in fine form, a really impressive winner. And he lines up today up against the Kovics kid, another winner of a Turf Series race. That's in the middle distance race. And then George Baker also has Get It in the sprint. And we've been to talk to the trainer.
Lucanda, who burst onto the Bahrain Turf Series by winning in spectacular fashion, is back to run in the conditions race. Tell us about him.
He's in great order. Obviously, that was a great thrill for all concerned to see him win so well on his Bahraini debut. Just thought he would come on for that run as well, was the sort of the feedback before the race. So to see him go and do it like that, and he put the race to bed very impressively a couple of furlongs out, and probably went a little bit too far, as we know the handicapper didn't miss him, up to 107. Look, he looks in great order. He's taken this place really well, loves the ground. Just a really happy horse, and that's clearly the key here. You know, if you've got a horse who's in good order, enjoying the sort of change of scenery, and yeah, he's thriving for a bit of sun on his back, and quite frankly, who can blame him?
Exactly, and it looks a hot race. It's a conditions race. What do you make of the field?
Yeah, it looks it's really tough. It is tough, but we thought the last race was uber competitive, and we certainly didn't expect to go and win by 5 lengths that day. I'm not expecting the same tomorrow. Just love to see him be competitive and back it up. You know, he's going to be a great fun horse for his owners when we get him back to the UK. I guess he's kind of done a job here. It's a bit of a cliche, but you know, everything after the last race is probably a bit of a bonus. But yeah, I'm just for everybody concerned, it'd be lovely to see him back up that run and show that he is a progressive horse, which we really think he is, which is, you know, it's first run for us, yeah, looking forward to it very much.
And in the sprint, Get It, who ran a great race, having slightly missed the kick in the opening sprint.
Yeah, I missed the kick. We were drawn away from the action. You know, the first 4 were down the far side. We won our race up the stand side, but no prizes for that. But, you know, an honourable 5th. We're drawn on the far side tomorrow, I think, where a few of the fancied ones are. So, yeah, again, he seems to have come on for that run. So we've got to go there full of hope. These sprinters, they have a habit of throwing good runs followed by bad runs and good runs. So, you know, I couldn't be happier with the way he is. If he can run the same race and you know, be in amongst the obvious horses, then hopefully he'll be involved.
So let's look forward to the first race of the day for the thoroughbreds. This is His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup over 1400 metres. 3-year-olds, locally bred. Number 1, December Neil Callan. 2, Ahad Stefan Lajaj. Number 3, Al Nada Rosie Jessup. 4, Dark Space Hassan Asghar. 5, Fisherman's Friend Andrew Elliott. 6 is Sharid Abdullah Al Hawaj. 7, Up to You, Down to Me, Mustafa Manav. 8, Echo Through Me, Edinson Rodriguez. 9 is Galatia Ibrahim Nada. 10, Magsouda Abdullah Faisal. 11, Raheb Marcellus Jores. And 12, Rahiba Andrea Azzini. Field of 12 going to post the journey 1400 metres.
So let's have a look at these horses in the parade ring. Horse number 1, December by Expert Eye, is 3-year-old looking to give Neil Callan and Hisham Al Haddad a quick double, and is very much the one to beat in this race. A winner last time out when we saw him back at the end of December, and he'll be lining up against his old foe Ahad, horse number 2. There's a third time meeting each other this season. So horse number 1, December, Neil Callan and Hisham Al Haddad.
And there is a said horse. This is the filly Ahad, who took December's scalp when they met here in mid-December. Beat December by 2.5 lengths on that occasion. Last time chased home December. Hisham Al Haddad looking for his second winner of the day. 2 representatives in this race. December and Ahad are the 2 dominant forces on the form book.
Just 4 of the 12 runners have got some racecourse experience, and here is one that has had a couple of runs. Al Nada, Rosie Jessup takes the ride for Nada Al Jazmi, the trainer, and this was last seen finishing down the places back on the 30th December behind December, horse number 1. So looking to improve on that run is horse number 3, Al Nada.
Number 4 is a Darker Space, and Dark Space is one of Alan Smith's 4 representatives in this field and is a newcomer. Hassan Asghar takes the ride. That's number 4, Dark Space.
Same colours and another runner for Alan Smith in those colours of M&E Racing. Fisherman's Friend, this is horse number 5 making his racecourse debut. Andrew Elliott takes the ride.
Number 6 is Sharid, and the stable well representative here. Haida Ibrahim has got 5 in the field. Another newcomer, this is a colt, Sharid.
Up to You or Down to Me is horse number 7, having his second run of his career. Stepping up in distance though, last seen over the 1,000 metres back at the beginning of December. So up in distance today is horse number 7, Up to You or Down to Me, trained again by Alan Smith.
Number 8 is Echo Through Me. This is a filly, another one for Alan Smith, and Edinson Rodriguez is looking for his 8th winner of the season. He's aboard this horse. That's number 8, Echo Through Me. Echo Through Time.
So we're just waiting for the horses to calm down a little bit before we resume. That is number 9, no horse. Number 9 being mounted by Ibrahim Nada in the colours of His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Abdullah bin Isa Al Khalifa. This is horse number 9, Galatia, trained by Hadi Ibrahim and having his or her racecourse debut today. Horse number 9, Galatia. Oh, God.
Focusing in here on number 10, this is Magsouda. Abdullah Faisal takes the ride, and Haida Ibrahim trains this one along with 4 others. That's number 10, another newcomer, Magsouda.
Horse number 11, another filly making her debut, is Rahib. Horse trained by HAMAD Ibrahim. He's got a number in the race. Marcalis Juras rides this one in the colours of MKR Racing, owned and bred by Khalid Abdulrahman. So horse number 11 is Rahib.
And the stable companion here is number 12, Rahiba, Andrea Zini, aboard this daughter of Nathaniel. That's another newcomer, number 12, Rahiba.
Lively, aren't they?
Loopy, aren't they, these locals?
Come on, he fell over there and he's on the front.
So the runners, 12 of them, making their way to the 1400-metre start. The 3-year-olds just watching number 1, December, making his way out on to the course. The last time out winner, Neil Callan and Hisham Al-Haddad, looking for a double already on the card. That's number 1, December. Let's have a look at a few of these as they go to post. We'll identify a few of them. Echo Through Time. Echo Through Time is number 8, dark blue with the white epaulets. Just been preceded there by Up to You or Down to Me. Up to You down or Down to Me is in the red and white half jacket, and spot the red cap for number 7, Up to You or Down to Me. And red and white half colours with the quartered cap. That's number 4, Dark Space, making his way to the start. And picking out a few of the other runners as they go to post. Sharid is number 6, has the light blue with the darker blue chevrons, red cap for number 6, Sharid. Spot the white face. Now, as the runners make their way to the start, let's rejoin Ali.
Yeah, let's have a quick word with Mohamed Ibrahim, son of HAMAD Ibrahim, who's got 5 in this race, trainer, all making their racecourse debut. Mohamed, how do you rate them in training back at home?
Yeah, actually, it's first time out for these 5 horses here for both owners, for His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa al-Khalifa, and for Mr. Khalid Abdurrahim and his son Mohammed. Actually, the lads choose the horses as they believe. The first jockey for MKR is Andrea, and he chose the filly by Nathaniel and Longface. And the other one, first jockey for His Highness Sheikh Abdullah Faisal, he chose Maqsouda. He believed that in his work, she's the better between them.
So looking at the jockey bookings is key. Abdullah Faisal on Maqsouda and Andrea Atzini on horse number 12, Rahiba. And between those two, which one's caught your eye? Which one do you think has the more potential?
Yeah, maybe one of the others, 3 horses going to run big. Will not be a big surprise of them. Actually, they are on the same level. So the only thing is against us is first time out for them with this racing feelings and everything.
And horse number 12, Rahiba, is by Nathaniel, which is a sort of unusual. You don't get too many Nathaniels out here.
Yeah, I think she's the first one as a local bred. She's well, improving day by day. So I hope after that race she prove a lot of that.
Well, look, good luck. Thank you very much for talking to us. There's Mohamed Ibrahim, son of HAMAD Ibrahim, who's got 5 in this race.
Thank you.
And the runners have now arrived at the start for race 2.
So a new addition to the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club this season is the Turf Club, which the Turf Village rather, which is just to the right of the parade ring. Plenty of eateries, places to buy food and drink, and plenty of activities. You've got all sorts of games there for the kids. Nice place to hang out. And there is an equicizer in there, which we saw people having a go on. So if you fancy yourself as a budding jockey, then head over there to the equicizer and give it a go. Abdullah Faisal, leading Bahraini jockey, is going to be in the Turf Village after this race. So if you guys want some autographs or want to meet Abdullah and have a go on the equicizer, then come and join us in the Turf Village after this race.
The runners are now going into the starting stalls for the His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the 3-year-old locally bred thoroughbreds. 1,400 metres, the trip in front of them. First few have loaded. And already in the starting stalls is Galatia. Galatia will be coming out of stall number 11. Sharid is in. Fisherman's Friend is about to move into place. December has loaded, so to Up to You or Down to Me. That horse is in. Also safely installed is number 11, Raheb. Rahiba has just gone forward. Stalls team just trying to persuade Fisherman's Friend to load here for Andrew Elliott. Magsuda, coming out of stall number 3, has moved up. We're looking at Fisherman's Friend, number 5, going into stall 10. Still a few more to go into the starting stalls. Magsuda is still out of line. Magsuda's to go in. Dark Space, Al Nada, Ahad and Echo Through Time are all still behind the gates. Stalls, as you can see, are positioned to the outside. 1,400 metres on the inner track. Fisherman's Friend hasn't been very cooperative down there at the start. Is just kicking out at the moment. Horse has got the blindfold on. That's Fisherman's Friend. Ahad is about to move into place to go into stall number 6. Dark Space to go into stall number 1. Stalls team have won the battle against Fisherman's Friend. Fisherman's Friend is in. Echo Through Time, Ahad, Dark Space, Magsuda. They're still to move into position. So lots of newcomers in this field. Only 4 of the 12 runners have raced competitively before today. So Al Nada still to go in. One of those with a spot of experience. Has had 2 starts. Was a long way behind December a few weeks ago. Ahad, who beat December in mid-December, goes in. So Ahad is in. Blindfold on number 10, Magsuda. And still out of line is number 3, Al Nada. So Magsuda's to go into stall 3. Al Nada to go in the starting stall alongside the stall 4. So just 2 runners to load. Al Nada and Magsuda, numbers 3 and 10. Al Nada partnered by Rosie Jessup, mainly red colours. Number 10, Magsuda, has been withdrawn by the starter. And they're off. So they've gone without number 10, Magsuda, withdrawn down at the start. Breaking the line to the outside, Echo Through Time. And right there with the leaders is Rahea being pushed along. Rahiba is along the inside running rail. The leaders are being followed by December. Fisherman's Friend is out wide alongside Galatia with the black cap, big white face. Going towards the end of the back straight, it is Echo Through Time, the leader. December, second place. Fisherman's Friend is posted 4 wide. To the inside, Galatia being chased by Raheb, who's got the rail to run against. AHMED is next, and then 3 wide going into the turn is Up to You or Down to Me. A couple of lengths further back as they swing around the turn is Rahiba. Al Nada's being pushed along, and Dark Space is under pressure. A 600 left to go. Top of the straight, newcomer Echo Through Time, the leader by 2 lengths, and Neil Callan's working hard on December. AHMED is next. Raheb lost ground at the top of the home run. 400 to go. Echo Through Time has had a dream trip, and Echo Through Time leads by about 3 lengths. AHMED, December and Galatia are the ones giving chase, followed by Rahiba, and they're facing the final 200 metres, and Echo Through Time has got away from this field. AHMED is giving chase, was 5 lengths to bridge, 100 metres left to go. Echo Through Time being just kept up to her work towards the finish. This is a very nice seasonal racecourse debut for Echo Through Time. Echo Through Time beats AHMED back in 3rd, December, followed home by Rahiba, reading back to Galatia and Raheb, and a last couple across the line were Al Nada and Sharid, who was completely tailed off. So Echo Through Time, number 8, has won it. A daughter of Time Test, Edinson Rodriguez and Alan Smith teaming up with number 8, Echo Through Time, who dashed right away from AHMED and December in the closing stages. So the provisional placings: 8, Echo Through Time, the winner. Second, number 2, AHMED. Back in 3rd, number 1, December. Very pleasing racecourse debut from Echo Through Time.
Okay, got it. Okay, yep. Well, let's have a word then with winning trainer Alan Smith. Alan, a fantastic season, or rather racecourse debut for Echo Through Time. Did you always like her at home?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, she's only done about 3 pieces of serious work, so she just come on so quickly in the hand. You know, we gave her plenty of time to get there anyway.
Was today's performance unexpected?
No, I thought she'd be in the first 3 at least, but she got out the gates pretty nifty, and Eddie rode a confident race.
She's a youngster. She's only 3, as they all are. What would be the sort of, how would you map the rest of the season for her?
Well, there's not a great programme for the 3-year-olds, but you know, we'll probably give her another couple of runs and then look towards something better next year, something like the Oaks, I would think. Exciting times, and not many time tests in Bahrain. Have you had one before? No, this is my first. I might try and get some more, but Sheikh Issa bought the mare at the horses in training sale and put it to time test, so pretty savvy from him.
Well, a very nice performance there, the filly making her racecourse debut. Congratulations to winning trainer Alan Smith with Echo Through Time.
Thanks, Ali.
Yep. So here we are then, the winner of our second race, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup. An outstanding performance led from pillar to post. Let's hear it for Echo Through Time, jockey Edison Rodriguez and trainer Alan Smith. Looking dapper, guys.
Thank you. We've tried. Yeah, it looks great.
Let's take a look at the results of race 2, the His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup. First, number 8, Echo Through Time. Second, number 2, Ahad. Third, number 1, December. And fourth, number 12, Rahiba. The distances 3 lengths and 4 1/4 lengths. 3 lengths and 4 1/4 lengths. And the official time of the winning horse, 1 minute 24.670. 1 minute 24.670. Pretty impressive racecourse debut from this daughter of time test, Echo Through Time. She looks a nice prospect.
Yeah, no, I will later. Can you get a quick pic of my...
Wow. Pink.
So we come to the trophy presentation of our second race, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the local bred 3-year-olds, and congratulations to Echo Through Time. Edison Rodriguez, the winning jockey, Alan Smith, the winning trainer, receiving the trophy from His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa, the Vice President of the Supreme Council for Environment and the Vice President of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club. So well done to Echo Through Time, winner of our second race this afternoon. Which...
So Alice, we're here in Bahrain a day out from the next instalment of the Bahrain Turf Series. How's Mr. Professor?
Yeah, he seems in great order. Arrived last night. He's fresh and well. He did a nice canter this morning. You know, tomorrow's race, it does look competitive, but I think that the drop back to 9 furlongs will definitely suit him. That 10 sort of stretched him last time. And yeah, I'd be hopeful for a good run tomorrow.
And the first run, he seemed to just be a bit fresh. First run for a while.
Yeah, first run for a run, he was a bit fresh. He did a little bit too much, and sort of just the last furlong, he sort of peaked out. But yeah, definitely the step back tomorrow will suit him, and we'll ride him with a little bit of a different riding style, and hopefully be there.
And obviously you've just arrived. What do you make of Bahrain, the facilities here and everything here?
Oh, it's fantastic over here. You know, we've been really looked after well so far, and I think it definitely be coming back.
And there's 2 more races potentially for Mr. Professor. What's the plan for him potentially after this, all being well?
Yeah, there's 2 more races there for him, so we'll see how he runs tomorrow, see how he comes out of the race, and he's got 2 more runs here, and they're definitely the plan.
Yeah, it's good to hear from Alice Haynes, who'll be saddling Mr. Professor in the Al Adiyat Cup. That's race number 4 today. Mr. Professor, who had his first run out here a few weeks ago. Let's have a look at our third race on the card, the His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup. And this is another trial race for the forthcoming Crown Prince Cup. And it features last season's Derby and Oaks winners. Let's have a look at the lineup. Field of 6. Number 1, Epic, the Derby winner, Stefan Lajaj. Number 2, the Oaks winner, Manama Girl and Paul Hannigan. 3 is Cut Lass and Hassan Al Safa. Number 4, Amwaj, Andrea Zini. 5, Campolina, Gary Halpin. And number 6 is Magira and Ibrahim Nada. So looking forward to this domestic Grade 2 race over 1,800 metres. Race 3 coming up.
So let's have a look at these horses. There in your picture is Epic, the Derby winner from last season. He finished 3rd in the King's Cup against the older horses before winning the Owners' Cup on his last run of the season. And today making his seasonal debut, Epic, and looking to start the season where he left off. Stefan Lajaj rides for Hisham Al Haddad in the Fauzi Nas colours. Horse number 1, Epic.
The season's leading jockey, Paul Hannigan, takes the ride aboard last term's Oaks winner, Manama Girl. Manama Girl has already had a couple of starts this winter, placed on both occasions, but looking for that first win this winter. And that's number 2, Manama Girl.
So just horse number 3 then, Cutlass. Blue Snake Sun, 8-year-old, trained by Yusuf Sahan. Hassan Al Safa rides Cutlass, stepping up in class this afternoon. That horse number 3, Cutlass.
Number 4 is Amwaj, and Andrea Zini will get the leg up aboard Amwaj, who was a winner here in late November. Amwaj is a eldest son of Highland Real 4-year-old. Number 4, Amwaj.
A familiar horse, this one, Campolina. Gary Halpin taking the ride today. Jaffer Radi is the trainer of Campolina in the colours of the Ibrahim Rashid Syndicate. An old favourite out here, 6-time winner. Horse number 5 then, Campolina. Going.
So runners going to the start for our third race, and there goes number 5, Campolina. You see Campolina in shot. Epic, the Derby winner, and Stefan Lajage aboard number 1, Epic. Yellow colours with the red sash, that's number 2, Manama Girl, Paul Hannigan in the saddle. And Cutlass is number 3, Cutlass in the black with the yellow star. Followed out onto the track by Amwaj, number 4. Amwaj there in the hands of Andrea Azzini. So runners making their way to the start. Let's now rejoin Ali.
Well, I made my way down to the turf village and joined by leading Bahraini jockey Abdullah Faisal. Abdullah, this is a great new addition to the racecourse this season. We've got the Equicizer behind you with some of these budding young jockeys. How did you get into racing here in Bahrain?
I get here on racing since I was 14 years old. My father and my whole families, they like horse racing, and me too. And I asked my father to ask one of his friends, his trainer, his name Osama Hashim, to ask him to teach me to be a jockey. So this is my short story.
And now there's a jockey school here in the grandstand. Are there more opportunities for young Bahraini boys and girls who want to get into the sport?
Yeah, sure. We would like to thank His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman to give everyone chance to be a jockey. And this school, we are looking for future jockeys. That's why we bring this simulator here to make everyone like to be a jockey, because this job have to start from young age, and that's why we need kids are maybe between 14 to 17 to teach them from now to be good jockeys for future.
And in Arabic to these guys, would you like to give them a bit of a message? What would you like to tell them?
I would like to ask everyone, the one he feel he can be a jockey, and to join up here, and we will help them, we will teach them, and they will be a good jockeys, because Bahrainis, they like horse racing, and I think if any Bahrainis would like to come here, he can be a good jockey.
Can you ask these guys if they want to be a jockey?
Sure. من فيكم يبغى يصير جوكي؟
أنا
خلاص كل أسبوع تعالوا هني وبنعلمكم، وإن شاء الله من تكبرون بتصيرون جوكية زينين، وبتسابقون هني وبتصيرون أبطال إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
Brilliant. Well, look, you've got a huge crowd here, Abdullah. You're going to do a bit of help on the Equicizer and sign some autographs as well. But thank you so much, Abdullah. We'll stay with you as he gets a bit mobbed by some of the young kids who all want to be jockeys. So thank you to Abdullah.
So we're just waiting for Maghera to join the others down at the start. The other 5 runners are down at the start, and Maghera is about to come out onto the course now. We're looking at Manama Girl there on the big screen, number 2, Manama Girl. Paul Hannigan's mount. And she's looking for her first success of the winter. And there is Maghera. Ibrahim Nada is in the saddle aboard, number 6. Maghera, who was a winner here back in November, was third, beaten just short of 5 lengths by Battle of Talas last time. Number 6, Maghera, in the pink with the grey sleeves. The last of the 6 runners then out on the track. The other 5 already at the start. So the runners are down at the start. Excellent scenes there from all the budding champion jockeys in in attendance today. So 6 runners at the start at the 1800 metre start for this domestic Grade 2 race, and a stepping stone towards the Crown Prince's Cup here next month. Maghera has been fitted with the blindfold down at the starting point. Runners now going into the stalls. Campolina is already in. Cutlass is about to go forward and does so. So that's 2 of the runners in. Maghera and Amwaj, the next 2 to low. Just Epic and Manama Girl now to move into place. Last one goes in. That's it, set to go for race 3, 1800 metres in front of them, and they're racing. And Cutlass was the last one into stride. Campolina, Epic, Maghera all smartly away. Wide on the playing field is Amwaj, Manama Girl behind runners, and Cutlass. Going into the first bend, and the pace pretty slack. And it is Epic who has the advantage from Amwaj, who's refusing to settle for Andrea Zini. A gap then of about 2 lengths to Campolina. Pink Jacket and Maghera to the inside. Manama Girl and Cutlass shaking hands in last position. Moving on down the far side, and it is Epic, the pace setter, with a 1-length advantage. Amwaj is in second, 1.5 lengths away to Campolina, who just shades Maghera for third spot. Another 2 lengths away to the last pairing of Cutlass and Manama Girl. Heading now towards the end of the back straight, and it is Epic who holds the stopwatch, leads by about 2. Amwaj second place for Andrea Zini, 1.5 lengths away to Campolina, and Gary Halpin to the outside of Maghera. Paul Hannigan has got Manama Girl alongside Cutlass as they come down the side. Less than 800 to go, and it is Epic who has the advantage. Epic on his first run of the campaign in front at the top of the straight, 600 to go. In second place is Amwaj. Amwaj has 1/2 length to find. A gap then of about 2.5 lengths to Maghera, Campolina, and the filly now Manama Girl is on the move down the outside. They've got 400 metres left to go, and Epic's going to have to work here. It's Epic and Amwaj. Here comes Manama Girl to the wide outside. 3 of them across the track as they dash down towards the final 200 metres. Amwaj running a big race between runners. Manama Girl down the outside trying to get there. Epic's boxing along the inside running rail. Amwaj is finding plenty for Andrea Azzini. It's Amwaj trying to see off Manama Girl. Amwaj the winner. Second place Manama Girl. Third Epic, Campolina, Maghera. They follow, and Cutlass was last in. So Amwaj found plenty there for Andrea Azzini, and Amwaj, this 4-year-old gelded son of Highland Real, has repelled that determined effort from Manama Girl down the outside. Epic, he ran a big race on his return to action. We haven't seen Epic since the 1st of April, but it was Amwaj who was third here last time, winner back in November, who was pretty keen in the early part of the race. The pace was pretty slack and was pretty keen. It just looked for a moment there that Manama Girl was going to take Amwaj's measure, but Amwaj has found plenty in the run to the line. Amwaj, the winner, number 4, Amwaj wins. Number 2, Manama Girl second, and 1 Epic in third. They are the provisional placings to race number 3.
Let's have a word with winning jockey Andrea Atzini. Andrea, recording your second victory here in Bahrain and second victory on board this horse. A very much improved performance today.
Yeah, I thought that was a good performance. We obviously knew a good Epic is, and so we're fairly aware of him, but this horse has done nothing wrong. I think MOHAMED was a little bit short for him the last day, and stepping up in distance really suited him. We didn't go much of a gallop, but I knew there would be more speed than Epic, but he stayed all the way to the line, and nice to get a winner.
Yeah, beating the Derby winner and the Oaks winner as well. It looks like an exciting season for this one. I guess all roads lead now to the Crown Princess Cup for the local breds.
I'd say so. He's obviously going to go up in trip again, but he seems to look relaxing with racing, and I can't see why not. He's a very straightforward horse. He gets a little bit warm, but he's very straightforward in the race.
And good luck later this afternoon, Andrea, because I know you've got some very nice rides in the Bahrain Turf Series races. 2 rides for George Baker, Lucanda and Get It. But already in the winners' enclosure then, Andrea Atzini for trainer HAMAD Ibrahim. And in the colours of MKAR Racing, AHMED victorious in our third race this afternoon. Let's have a word with MOHAMED Ibrahim, son of winning trainer. That was mighty impressive by AHMED, beating the Derby and the Oaks winner in Epic and Manama. How do you rate this one at home?
Yeah, it was big decision to enter him this race. Especially he's going to have a race on the Derby this year in beginning of February. It was a tough decision. Andrea was happy with it. So he was in good form. So it was a tough race as well. So he grabbed a winner.
He's just a 4-year-old, so the Derby would be the obvious one. But winning a Crown Princess Cup local bred trial, are you tempted to go for the big one, for the Crown Princess Cup against the older horses?
Yeah, we got some other horses as a local bred. The target is to enter a Derby and some horses in the Crown Prince Cup. So we can see how things will go with the other horses as well.
Well, look. Congratulations with AHMED as well. The team seemed to be really sort of hitting form in recent weeks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all is happy. Andrea was happy. The credit goes to him as well, because as I told you, it was a tough decision to enter in this race, And he was happy. He was giving a good feedback over 2 weeks. He was entered in last week, but the race has been cancelled because of the weather. So all is good.
Well, yeah, exactly. All is good. Thank you very much to Mohamed Ibrahim, then part of the training of Amwaj, victorious in this third race, beating the Derby and the Oaks winner, Amwaj. Next stop will be the Bahrain Derby on Crown Princess Cup Day.
So let's take in the result of our third race, then the His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup. First, number 4, Amwaj. Second, number 2, Manama Girl. Third, number 1, Epic. And fourth was number 5, Campolina. The distances, 1 length and 3/4 of a length. 1 length and 3/4 of a length. And the time of the winner was 1 minute 53.786. 1 minute 53.786. Amwaj taking out our third race. And they've weighed in. The result is now official.
So we come to the trophy presentation for our third race, this for the locally bred horses, looking for some big races then this season. It is a domestic Grade 2, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Cup. And our winner then, Amwaj, in the colours of MKR Racing, victorious under Andrea Atzini, trained by Hadi Ibrahim. Well then, 2 winning owners then, MKR Racing, collecting the trophy there, Mohammed Khalid Abdurrahim. And receiving the trophy then from His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa, the Vice Chairman of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club and the Vice President of the Supreme Council for Environment. Amwaj, the winner of our third race. Busy, I couldn't get near you. I'm very well. I'm very well. Good. You're in your new house? Everything's settled? Yeah, all great. Yeah. It was so funny when that happened. I mean, I walked in and you
And now it's time for the first of our Turf Series races here. Leg 3 then, the Al Adiat Cup for the middle distance horses, 1800 metres the trip. Let's have a look at the field. Number 1 is Zagato, Liam Canary. Number 2, Breath of Air, Abdullah Faisal. 3 is Byline, Paul Hannigan. 4, Longbourn and Dylan Brown McMonigal. 5, Lucanda, Andrea Zini. Number 6 is Marie's Diamond. Rowan Scott takes the ride. 7, Memento, Francesco Dettori. 8 is Tawarek and Stefan Ledaj. 9, What's the Story, Ibrahim Nada. 10, Chianti, Gary Halpin. 11 is Mr. Professor Hector Crouch, and 12, the Kovacs kid, Neil Callan. So it's time now for leg 3, the Al Adiat Cup, featuring the winners of the first 2 legs, Lucanda and the Kovacs kid.
So the paddock then really starting to fill up with connections ahead of this first Bahrain Turf Series race. It is one for the middle distance horses. We've got 12 runners in this, 6 of those representing international trainers, and many of them are here this afternoon as we wait for the horses to make their way into the parade ring. Of the 12 runners though, we've got the last 2 winners of the middle distance series races in Lucanda for George Baker and in the Kovacs kid for Neil Callan and Hisham Al-Haddad. They were wonderful winners of those middle distance races. Let's just remind ourselves of those victories.
They've left the back straight, less than 800 metres to go. They're coming down the side of the course. It's Marie's Diamond and Arctic Vega. They're toe for toe. A gap then of around about 3 lengths to Magical Wish on the inside of What's the Story. Just in behind those is Bond's Boy to the inside. Running Rail from What a Welcome. Box to box in the pale jacket being driven along. Purple colours of Lucanda. Arctic Emperor's got a bit of work to do from that position. Classical Wave is to the running rail and they're homeward bound. They fan out across the track. What's the Story down the centre, claims the advantage. Big run from What a Welcome. Lucanda, Purple Jacket, is up along the inside, heading down towards the last 200, and it's Lucanda who goes on now and quickly takes a few lengths out of this field. In second place is What a Welcome, box to box down the outside from What's the Story in Arctic Emperor. It's Lucanda for Pat Cosgrave and George Baker, and it's 1 for the visitors. Lucanda, a wide margin winner as well. What a Welcome, close call with Arctic Emperor for places, then box to box Tall Order was alongside What's the Story. And Arctic Emperor is wagging the tail as they turn in. 600 to go. Inigo Jones has made all to this point. They come down the straight. Still has a length and a half on Marie's Diamond, who comes under a ride. A Breath of Air still in close contention. One screaming for racing room is the Kovacs kid, who's forced to switch to the inside with Classical Wave against the running rail. Out wide, What a Welcome's coming home nicely from off the pace, heading down towards the last 200. Inigo Jones in front, but the door is open on the inside for the Kovacs kid, and the Kovacs kid doesn't need any second invitation with 100 metres left to go. It's the Kovacs kid who's on this winning roll. Neil Callan aboard the Kovacs kid. That's 7 wins this calendar year. The Kovacs kid the winner. Tight places. What a Welcome and Inigo Jones. Marie's Diamond just in behind, followed home by Arctic Emperor and Classical Wave. So the Kovacs kid has done it. The Kovacs kid, he's a winning machine.
So the Kovacs Kid and Lukanda, winners of the middle distance races, the two middle distance races we've had as part of the Bahrain Turf Series so far. But today is a conditions race, so very different. They're up against some of the highest rated horses in training here in Bahrain, including the King's Cup winner in Zagato, Byline in the colours of Al Adiat Racing, and Tawarek, another really fancied runner in the colours of Victorious Racing. As you can see, the connections are in the parade ring, the horses are here, so let's have a closer look then at the runners in the Al Adiat Cup, sponsored by NBB. So there is Zagato, the King's Cup winner last season, 1 3/4 length winner over Encourage. Zagato having his first run of the season, and he looks well. Hisham Al-Haddad and Fawzi Nas done a great job with him. He's going to be ridden by Liam Canary this afternoon. So our King's Cup winner is horse number 1, Zagato.
Number 2 is Breath of Air. Finished last of the 11 behind the Kovacs Kid last time. Won a conditions race over 1,600 metres here in early December. Was generally campaigned over 1,400 metres in the UK. That's number 2, Breath of Air.
Horse number 3 is Byline. He's been a superstar for connections in Bahrain. He's won 7 times out here. He's rated 106, so one of the highest rated horses in the race. Paul Hannigan takes the ride in the colours of Al Adiat Racing. Alan Smith, the trainer, and he's won his last 3 races. So can it be fourth win on the trot for horse number 3, Byline?
And straight on to number 4 there. This is a Longbourn for the Irish yard of Ross O'Sullivan. Longbourn is making his debut here in Bahrain. Has scored a couple of times on turf in Ireland. The last win for this horse was in a 2,000-metre handicap in June of 2021. Last seen in October, finishing a next second on the all-weather at Dundalk. Number 4, Longbourn.
Horse number 5, George Baker, delighted with the way this one is enjoying some Bahraini sun. That is Lukanda, the wonderful winner of the very first Bahrain Turf Series race back at the beginning or the middle of December, back on the 9th of December. 5.5 length victory over What a Welcome. Andrea Atzini takes the ride though this afternoon. He's already been in the winner's enclosure. Can he do it again in the colours of Nigel Jones and Paul Bowden? Horse number 5 is Lukanda.
Number 6 is Marie's Diamond. A really good effort last time when finishing 4th, 4 lengths behind the Kovacs Kid. That race was over 2,000 metres. This horse has actually won over sprint distances and 1,600 metres in the past. Good effort last time. That's number 6, Marie's Diamond.
Just behind then, Marie's Diamond is horse number 7, Memento. A 4-time winner in the UK for Archie Watson. And in having his 4th run here in Bahrain, Mohammed Hassan's the trainer, Francesco Dottori the jockey. That's horse number 7, Memento.
Number 8 is Tawarek, and Tawarek is no stranger to Turf Series glory. Actually won a Turf Series race last term, was in good form last season, winning over 2,000 metres, won a Grade 2 over 2,200. That's number 8, Tawarek, on this, his seasonal debut.
Horse number 8, Tawarek, heading to the start early. As you can see, Stefan Lajaj on board in the colours of Victorious. And let's have a look at the remaining runners. Horse number 9 is What's the Story, trained in the UK by Keith Dalgleish. Top Bahrain jockey Ibrahim Nada takes the ride in this one. He's had 2 runs in Turf Series races so far this season, finishing well behind the Kovacs kid last time, finishing in 7th. But what's the story? A prolific winner, a 6-time winner in the UK for Keith Dalglish, looking to improve today.
Number 10 is Chianti, trained in Norway by Niels Petersen, and Chianti was unplaced in the AHMED Cup behind Lucanda, a Norwegian winner then on the dirt in November over 1 mile. Number 10, Chianti.
Horse number 11 then, that's Mr. Professor in the colours of Ammo Racing, trained by Alice Haynes. Hector Crouch takes the ride today. This one having his 2nd run here, having finished 8th behind the Kovacs kid when we last saw him back at the end of December. So Mr. Professor for Alice Haynes and Hector Crouch.
And one of the big players here, number 12, the Kovacs kid. The Kovacs kid had a fine year last year, winning 8 times. Good winner, beating What a Welcome here in the 2nd leg of the Turf Series. And the Kovacs kid is a horse who's won over a variety of distances from 1400 to 2000. Number 12, the Kovacs kid.
I just need to get a camera. So as the horses head out onto the track, the best turned out has been judged to be horse number 6, Marie's Diamond. So congratulations to the groom responsible for Marie's Diamond. The Arabian Horse for Equestrian and Veterinary Services have generously given 50 BD to the racing groom responsible for the best turned out horse in this race, and that is Marie's Diamond. Let's have a word with trainer George Baker. George, Lucanda, wonderful in his 1st run here. How's he been since then?
The team over here, Ali, have been really happy with him. Obviously delighted to see the horse win like that on his 1st run over here. You know, last year for us was a wonderful experience, but very much a learning curve. And thing about learning curves is you need to learn. And we've brought 3 lovely horses here and 3 horses that we hoped would be competitive. And obviously to see the way they're running is a great thrill. But look, he's in good order, uber competitive as all these races are. It was a pleasant surprise to see him win by 5 lengths last time. But the handicapper didn't miss him. We're up to 107. Is he a true 107? Time will tell. But obviously, you know, it's lovely to be here on the back of good runs for our horses, and thrilled as ever to be involved.
Well, look, lovely to see you here. Good luck with Lucanda, and of course, get it in the next race.
Thanks, Ali, very much.
So the runners have arrived at the start for the Al Adiat Cup, sponsored by NBB. The first of our Turf Series races today. It's leg 3 in the middle distance division. What a welcome at the moment. Tops that division on points with 20 points, with Lucanda and the Kovacs kid, the 2 winners, on 15 points apiece. So they go head to head today. Runners at the start. Let's rejoin Ali.
Well, trainer Alice Haynes joins me. Mr. Professor, perhaps a little disappointing on his 1st start here. What did you make of it, and how's he been since then?
Yeah, slightly disappointing 1st start. I mean, he did a lot early, and the race wasn't quite run to suit. The 10 furlongs is obviously a little bit of a stretch as well, and he was still there a furlong out, but just faded. Always a step back to 9 was the plan, and this, you know, we'll ride him slightly different today to hopefully come through horses. He came through out of his last race great, and so, you know, be quietly confident today.
And he's a bit of a favourite for you in the yard, isn't he?
Yes, Mr. Professor definitely is. You know, he was there my 1st year of training 2 years ago, gave us our 1st stakes race, and yeah, he would be, definitely.
And bringing your horse out to Bahrain, how long has this been part of the plan, and have you enjoyed your trip out here?
Yeah, definitely. I came out Wednesday night, but the plan was when the series came out and those 9 furlong races were there, it was something that Dubai wasn't on the cards because the races weren't there for him. And so this is a great series, and hopefully we'll come back next year.
Thank you, Alice. Good luck then with Mr. Professor.
Thanks.
Yes, Mr. Professor, they're running in the purple colours of Ammo Racing Limited, and Finished down the field last time. A little bit keen on that occasion. Hector Crouch takes the ride. Runners now going into the starting stalls. Mr. Professor has moved up into stall number 3. Longbourn going in. What's the Story has loaded. The next one to go in is Zagato, making his seasonal reappearance, the King's Cup winner from last term here in Bahrain. Marie's Diamond in the pink jacket is edging towards the stalls now. Marie's Diamond going into one of the outside stalls, stall number 11. Memento is wide of Marie's Diamond, has loaded. So still to go, Chianti, Breath of Air, Lucanda, Tawarek and Byline. Breath of Air is the latest one to load. Abdullah Faisal in the saddle aboard Breath of Air. Lucanda, brilliant winner of the first leg in the series, loads. So 3 to go. Byline, Tawarek and Chianti. 2 to go. Chianti down the blue and white stripes. Gary Halpin's mount loads. And Tawarek will be the last one to load. The Al Adiat Cup, leg 3 in the Turf Series, and they're racing. And a good start up along the outside was had by Breath of Air with Longbourn right there. The white cap of the Kovacs Kid on the inside running rail. They're on top of the first turn. It's Breath of Air, the leader. Lucanda is fighting for his head. Marie's Diamond goes forward. The Kovacs Kid still there to the inside. Memento pretty keen, but is widest of all. What's the Story? Longbourn mid-division, chased by Zagato. Mr. Professor, that one is settling in now behind a wall of runners. A place in front of it is Zagato as they go on down the far side of the course. Chianti is the back marker. Pace pretty muddling down the back, and it is a Breath of Air in front. Leads by just over a length. Marie's Diamond, the Kovacs Kid, Lucanda, Memento are next. Then What's the Story? Longbourn, Zagato, Chianti, Mr. Professor, Tawarek and Byline is bringing up the rear, but they're well bunched, less than 1,000 to go. It's Breath of Air in front and has a 1 length advantage over Marie's Diamond in the pink jacket. Memento, red and black colours going 3 wide. Lucanda and the Kovacs Kid, those two are eyeballing each other behind the leaders. Then comes Zagato and Longbourn. What's the Story? Chianti going via the Cape, further back to Byline. Mr. Professor Tawarek's nipping up the inside and now passes horses. Less than 600 to go, and it is Breath of Air in front, followed by the Kovacs Kid. Marie's Diamond, Lucanda hasn't quickened up and has lost a little bit of ground. Behind runners, Zagato's trying to get into the race, but it is the Kovacs Kid who is shot on by a good couple of lengths with 200 to go. Zagato's giving chase, followed by Breath of Air. Tawarek running a nice race. Byline from off the pace. It's the Kovacs Kid being chased hard by the King's Cup winner, Zagato. It's the Kovacs Kid and Neil Callan by a length and a half. There's one thing this horse knows how to do, and that's win races. Another win for the Kovacs Kid. Tawarek made it interesting with Zagato for braces, and Lucanda was alongside Byline behind them. So it's the Kovacs Kid in number 12. The Kovacs Kid has won again. This is the only thing this horse knows how to do. Won 8 races last calendar year and has taken his second Turf Series race here this afternoon in the hands of Neil Callan, Hisham Al-Haddad and the Kovacs Kid. He was along the inside running rail, having drawn 1 and was unleashed in the straight. Zagato's running a nice race. Tawarek has finished really well on his seasonal reappearance. Tawarek probably just snatching second place from Zagato, and they were a few lengths clear of the others. Full results to follow. The winner of the Al Adiat Cup is the Kovacs Kid.
Yeah, a wonderfully aggressive ride by Neil Callan. He was well placed on the rail, round the bend into the home straight, and then he took the race, really then making his move, holding on from Tawarek in second with Zagato in third. So a 1-2-3 for trainer Hisham Al-Haddad, part of the Fauzi Nas stable. They're absolutely flying at the moment. And another victory for the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing. His Highness Sheikh Sultan absolutely delighted. Neil Callan really likes this horse. He liked him after the last one, and he has won all 3 runs in Bahrain today, his 4th. So let's have a word then with winning jockey Neil Callan. Neil, you liked this horse last time, but he just continues to improve today up against some very, very classy horses.
Yeah, look, he's a very good horse. The great thing about him, like I said before, his asset is he's super chilled. and you put him wherever you like. You know, like today I didn't think the pace was that much, and he had the draw to take advantage and use it, and you know, he just slid down. He travelled so well. He was in front a little bit early, but he was going so well I had to kind of let him stretch out, but he was very comfortable to the line. So
I was going to say, did the race go as planned for you?
yeah, like I mean, when you're drawing one and they go slow, then it's always a big advantage to you, because you know, you just sit in the box seat and you kind of let everything happen in front of you. So you know, if you're a little bit back and they're going slow, it's hard to navigate around the inside track here. So look, like I said before, you always need the horse, and you know, I'm riding for a great team, and he's a very nice horse.
I was going to say, the Hisham Al Haddad team, Fawzi Nas, first 3 home. You know, these international trainers have sent some really good horses over, but that stable very much making them look a bit ordinary today.
Yeah, but it's, I tell you, the credit goes to His Highness Sheikh Sultan. He found his horse, and a few people questioned him when he paid so much for it, and I suppose I did as well. Thought he's a bit expensive, but geez, he's proved his worth now, and he's got a very good eye. That's one thing I've noticed about him.
He certainly does. Congratulations to the team at Al Mohammedia Racing. Well done, Neil Callan. This horse formerly trained by Amy Murphy in the UK. Won his last 2 starts for her before heading out here for Sheikh Sultan, and it's now 4 victories in Bahrain for the Kovacs kid. You can see connections then absolutely delighted as they're coming back into the winner's enclosure. Neil Callan giving His Highness Sheikh Sultan a big high five. Hisham Al Haddad training in the Fawzi Nas stable. The Kovacs kid now 4th win in Bahrain, his 2nd as part of the Bahrain Turf Series. A wonderful victory, beating the King's Cup winner, beating Tawarek, beating Byline. Let's hear it then. The horse coming back into the winner's enclosure. The winner of the Al Adiyat Cup, domestic grade 2, over 1,800 metres, part of the Bahrain Turf Series. It's the Kovacs kid, Neil Callan, Hisham Al Haddad and Al Mohammedia Racing.
The result of the 4th race, the Al Adiyat Cup, leg 3 for the middle distance performers in the Turf Series. First, number 12, the Kovacs Kid. Second, number 8, Tawarek. Third, number 1, Zagato. Fourth, number 3, Byline. And there's all those points down to 5th place. And number 5, Lukanda, finished in 5th position. The distances, 1 1/4 lengths and a neck, 1 1/4 lengths and a neck. And the official time of the winning horse, 1 minute 48.438. 1 minute 48.438. Great team operation. Hisham Al Haddad they're providing the first 3 horses home for Al Mohammedia Racing. A great team effort led by Sheikh Sultan.
Well, let's grab a word then with Fauzi Nas. First 3 home, Fauzi, an outstanding result. Let's start with the Kovacs kid. This horse just seems to improve today up against much stronger opposition. Again, Neil rode him beautifully, but an impressive victory.
Well, absolutely. He's just been a winning machine for us since he got here. He obviously carried on his 3 consecutive wins over a mile in England. And once he went up in trip, I think he got even better. So yeah, he's been a winning machine, for sure.
And you must be delighted with King's Cup winners Zagato and, of course, Tuareg, who finishing in second and third. Those 2 superstars for you last season having their first run today.
Very delighted. We obviously got them ready late into the season in preparation for the bigger races, the Crown Prince Cup, King's Cup. And they ran better than I expected due to their fitness level.
And what's the plan for the 3 for the rest of the season? You're mob-handed in the big races here now.
Absolutely. We've got the Crown Prince Cup and the King's Cup to look at.
And would there be an option of perhaps the Kovacs kid going elsewhere, going to Dubai or abroad somewhere?
Yes, there's a possibility we might split them up and go with 1 or 2 of them to Saudi for the international handicap. But we'll see how we get on the 3rd of Feb.
Well, look, time though first to reflect on today's race and of course building up to the next Turf Series race, which again you've got plenty of very nice runners in. Well done though for winning this one with the Kovacs kid. Congratulations to Fauzi Nas.
Thank you very much.
The result is now official. Weighed in, weighed in.
So we welcome then HUNTSMAN AHMED, Group CEO of the National Bank of Bahrain, onto the winners' podium to present the trophy to the winners of the Al Adiyat Cup, sponsored by NBB. This one for the middle distance horses as part of the Bahrain Turf Series. And coming up then onto the winners' rostrum to receive the trophy for the Kovacs kid, with the winning colours of Al Mohammedia Racing, His Highness Sheikh Sultan Ad-Din bin Mohammed Al Khalifa receiving the trophy. Neil Callan, jockey, trainer, Hisham Al Haddad and Fauzi Nas. And His Highness Sheikh Sultan joined by his brothers, His Highness Sheikh Hashim, Sheikh Nada and Sheikh Ali. So congratulations, a real family effort for Al Mohammedia Racing, receiving that trophy from HUNTSMAN AHMED. Thank you very much to the National Bank of Bahrain for your support today. The Kovacs kid, winner of the Al Adiyat Cup.
And now we are moving on to the sprinters, the Al Wasmir Cup, sponsored by Al Salam Bank. The third leg of the sprinting division. Let's have a look at the field. Number 1 is Buffer Zone and Stefan Lajaj. Number 2, Dark Shadow, Hector Crouch. 3, First Edition, Abdullah Faisal. Number 4 is Four Wheel Drive. Note Andrew Elliott takes the ride there. Number 5, Garsman and Ibrahim Nada. 6 is Get It, Andrea Zini confirming. Number 7, Here We Go, Dandy has been scratched. Number 8, Instinctive Move and Edinson Rodriguez. Another non-runners, number 9, King of Stars. 10, Mabardell and Neil Callan. And just confirmed there, another non-runner there, number 11, Neptunian, and 12 is Nomadic Empire, Liam Canary, 13, Rebel at Dawn, Paul Hannigan, 14, Sir Henry Cotton and Rowan Scott, and 15 is Tina and Marcialis Jores aboard Tina. So, sprinters to the 4,000 metres for this conditions race. It's a domestic Grade 3, Leg 3 in the Turf Series.
And again, we have the last 2 winners of the sprint distance of the Bahrain Turf Series winners up against each other. Nomadic Empire was the winner of the first sprint race back on the 9th of December, while Dark Shadow was victorious on the 30th of December. They're taking each other on today. Let's just remind ourselves of those victories.
And they're off. 5 furlongs in front of them. Get It started awkwardly in the black and white jacket to the extreme right. Ekhtiar showing dash with Instinctive Move and Four Wheel Drive. Digital is right there. Down the centre of the course is Swindler. Over on the far side, Nomadic Empire chasing them up with Enjazart. And to the near side group, King of Stars, Get It and Fighter Pilot are in that group, followed by Kunan. Back marker on the near side group is a Dynamic Force. 400 metres left to go. Four Wheel Drive, Instinctive Move, Swindler, Digital and Nomadic Empire. Down the centre is Tina, King of Stars, Dark Shadow, and then Enjazart in the blue jacket. They have 300 metres left to stride, and Instinctive Move has kicked for home, but Digital is on the case. And over on the far side, Nomadic Empire is trying to run on. That action unfolding on far side. Get It is best of those on the near side, and it is Nomadic Empire, Instinctive Move and Digital. Nomadic Empire has got there. Nomadic Empire has won it. Instinctive Move second place. Digital is in third, and they were followed home by Ocean Star. And they're off. And off to a good start with Giustino on the near side with Instinctive Move. Racing down the centre of the course, Bahrain Pride racing keenly with Soldier's Minute right there. And so too is Tina. Kinks is over to the far side with Ocean Star who's handy. Watchers just in behind the leaders. So too is Digital. And after the leading bunch, then buried back in behind is Nomadic Empire, who's being followed by Warrior Brave. Making the run down towards halfway, Bahrain Pride, the leader from Fighter Pilot. Tina Watcher is next. They are being followed by Sir Henry Cotton, being pushed along Pure Dreamer. Behind runners, Nomadic Empire looking for a way through. Then comes a Soldier's Minute, Digital. Kinks behind runners. Lath is over on the far running rail. A few of them haven't landed a blow. Watcher's travelled really well inside the final 400, and it is Watcher who is in front. Here's Dark Shadow, the grey, and Fighter Pilot over on the far side with the white cap Nomadic Empire inside the final 200 metres, and the lead on the near side is Dark Shadow. It's Dark Shadow from Watcher in second place. Dark Shadow, Watcher, Nomadic Empire, Fighter Pilot. Tina going towards the finish. It is Dark Shadow and Hector Crouch from Watcher in second place. Third goes to Nomadic Empire, Fighter Pilot, Tina, Soldier's Minute and Warrior Brave were just in behind the principals. Bahrain Pride, the early leader, was the last one in.
So Nomadic Empire up against Dark Shadow today. Nomadic Empire got the better of Dark Shadow back on the 9th, but Dark Shadow certainly got his revenge on the 30th of December. Those two lining up against some really high-class horses though this afternoon. Again, it's a conditions race. Let's have a look then at these horses in the parade ring. There is horse number 1, Buffer Zone, one of the highest rated sprinters here in Bahrain. He's not finished out of the top 2 in 7 runs here, so he comes here very much a fancied one. Buffer Zone, horse number 1, Stefan Lajaj rides this for Hisham Al Haddad in the colours of Victorious Racing.
And number 2 is a Dark Shadow, and couldn't be in better form coming here, having won the second leg of the Turf Series in good style. Hector Crouch aboard number 2, Dark Shadow.
Horse number 3, first edition for Alan Smith. Abdullah Faisal takes the ride on this one in the colours of Al Muriat Racing, having his first run in a Bahrain Turf Series race this season. Last seen running over 1,200 metres under Paul Hannigan back on the 23rd of December. Horse number 3 then, first edition.
Number 4 is a four-wheel drive. Andrew Elliott takes the ride. The horse was well held last time behind a Nomadic Empire in the first leg of the Turf Series. Was a decent second here over the Straight 1000 back in November. He's certainly capable on his best form. Number 4, four-wheel drive.
Horse number 5 is one of 3 runners in the race in the Al Adiat colours. This is Guardsman, trained by Alan Smith. Ibrahim Nada takes the ride on this, a 4-time winner. Guardsman comes here in great form, having won and finished runner-up in his 2 starts this season. Horse number 5, Guardsman.
Number 6 is Get It. Certainly put in a really good, credible effort on his Bahrain debut when finishing 5th in the first leg. They split into 2 groups. He was best of those who raced on the stand side, having started awkwardly. Number 6, Get It, a real player here on his best form. 2 wins over 1,000 metres last year in the UK.
Horse number 8, then, Instinctive Move, the mount of Edison Rodriguez. He's looking for his second win this afternoon. Alan Smith trains this for Al Adiat Racing. Disappointed last time up against Dark Shadow, but previously in great form here, winning 3 races and finishing second twice. So Instinctive Move looking to put behind him his last run back on the 30th of December. Edison Rodriguez rides. Number 8, Instinctive Move.
Number 10 is Mabardel, a horse who was in good form last winter. Has finished second in a couple of starts this winter back in December. Coming along nicely for a very much informed team. Number 10, Mabardel.
So here is Nomadic Empire for Liam Canary and David O'Meara, winner of their first Bahrain Turf Series sprint race back on the 9th of December. Finished 3 lengths behind Dark Shadow when they last met back at the end of December. Back to 5 furlongs, though. This is the distance he won over. Nomadic Empire comes here with every chance. Liam Canary rides for David O'Meara.
Number 13 is Rebel at Dawn. Another horse that comes here on the back of a good win. Was pretty impressive here last week, winning by 4.5 lengths when beating Tinar. That's number 13, Rebel at Dawn.
In the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing, a number of these in this race. This is Tinar. Hussein Adalami trains this. Marcalis Juras takes the ride on Tinar. Ran well, finishing second behind Rebel of Dawn just last Saturday. So quick turnaround for horse number 15, Tinar. So best and out. Can you fade me up? Oh. Here is horse then number 14, Sir Henry Cotton, trained by Ali Abdul-Majid. Rowan Scott takes the ride on this horse. Started life in Bahrain in fine form, winning and finishing in second. Stepped up in class last time and looking to put that run behind him, finishing well, beaten by Dark Shadow. So that's horse number 14 in the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing, Sir Henry Cotton. Best turned out in this race then goes to horse number 1, Buffer Zone. Well done to groom responsible for horse number 1, Buffer Zone. The Arabian Horse and Equestrian and Veterinary Services generously donated 50 BD to the racing groom responsible to the best turned out horse in this race, and that is horse number 1, Buffer Zone. Okay, right.
Can I quickly change your battery in your microphone? Tim Firm, just changing.
So we're picking up a few of the horses as they go down to the start for the Al Wasmir Cup. There is number 1, Buffer Zone. And Buffer Zone is certainly in very good form. And so they've got a string of wins already on the board this winter. That is this winter and last winter, Buffer Zone. In fact, he's won his last 3. Had a good start to this season, winning here a few weeks ago. And was in good form midwinter last year. Number 1, Buffer Zone in the colours of Victorious Racing, has the red jacket with the striped cap. Just watching them making their way to the start. Get It, who ran 5th first time out here, beating those who raced on the stand side over the 1,000 metres. This is 4-wheel drive. We see Andrew Elliott's mount in the dark blue with the white chevron. Number 4, 4-wheel drive. Picking up a few of the others as they arrive down at the start there. There's Tinar with the green cap, the red colours, red cap, white sleeves of Nomadic Empire. Liam Canary aboard this winner of leg 1 in the Turf Series. That's Nomadic Empire. Got some valuable points last time as well when finishing in 3rd place. Mabardel, first time out this winter, was 2nd, then followed up with another 2nd placed effort behind Buffer Zone, Mabardel. And then the blue and white striped cap of Instinctive Move. Instinctive Move, winner back in November. Get It there in the black and white colours. Nomadic Empire, red cap, Tinar. It's got the green cap, Tinar, who chased home Rebel at Dawn last week. This is Dark Shadow, who won here a few weeks ago. And Sir Henry Cotton, number 14, Sir Henry Cotton, Rowan Scott in the saddle, winner in mid-December. Beat Garsman on that occasion. So runners now at the start and going behind the starting stalls.
So 13 runners then in this Al Wasmir Cup over the straight 5 furlongs, the 1,000 metres. It's going to be fast and furious. We've got the last 2 sprint winners in the Bahrain Turf Series lining up against each other in Dark Shadow and Nomadic Empire. But this is a conditions race like the last one. So we've got some of the highest rated sprinters in Bahrain also in this race. Buffer Zone, been an absolute star for Connections, 9-time winner. He's not been out of the top 2 in 7 runs in Bahrain. He certainly is fancied for Stefan Lajaj and Hisham Al-Haddad. Hisham Al-Haddad trained the first 3 home in the last race and has got a number of nice runners in this. Buffer Zone being one, Mobardle being another one, and Mobardle went over for the Dubai World Cup meeting, ran in the Group 1 Golden Shaheen, so they obviously think highly of Mabardle. Back in Bahrain now, and he's got Neil Callan on board looking for a quick double. 5 of these in the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing. Mabardle, Sir Henry Cotton, Tinar, and the 2 winners of the Turf Series in Dark Shadow and Nomadic Empire. Mob-handed is His Highness Sheikh Sultan in Al Mohammedia Racing. Looking at some of the others though, we've got Rebel at Dawn, who's going to be ridden by Paul Hannigan. Paul Hannigan, retained jockey for Al Adiat Racing, selecting to ride Rebel at Dawn, having a very quick turnaround, won impressively by 4.5 lengths just last Saturday. So coming back here very quickly, and actually finished in behind Sir Henry Cotton on his first start of the season. So Paul Hannigan rides Rebel at Dawn. That's horse number 13. One of 3 in the colours of Al Adiat Racing. Instinctive Move, who finished second to Nomadic Empire in the opening Turf Series race. Disappointed last time, but back over the 1,000 metres this afternoon. And the other Al Adiat Racing horse is Garsman. Ibrahim Nada rides this one. He's looking for his second success of the season. So a really competitive sprint this. In terms of the draw, look out for horse number 6, Get It. He comes out of stall number 3. Mabardal comes out of stall number 11. Nomadic Empire next to Get It, stall number 2. So they're loading up. Let's hand back to Darren.
Thanks, Ali, for the Al Wasmir Cup, then the third leg in the Turf Series for the sprinters. Conditions race over the straight 1,000 metres. Domestic Grade 3 race features the winners of legs 1 and 2 in this Turf Series. Can't be many more out of line now. 1,000 metres down the straight in front of them. And they're racing, and an awkward start to the near side from Tinar's bustled along early. Instinctive Move began well with Get It right there, so too down the centre is Four-Wheel Drive with Rebel at Dawn showing plenty of speed from Garsman. Then down the centre of the course, Buffer Zone is racing alongside First Edition. They're being chased by Mabardel, and then further back over on the far side comes Sir Henry Cotton, who's in front of Nomadic Empire. Tinar trying to get on terms. Dark Shadow is totally outpaced. 400 metres left to go. Over on the far running rail, Instinctive Move being pestered for the lead by Four-Wheel Drive. Mabardel with a big run. Get It is banging contention. Buffer Zone's behind the principals. They dash down towards the last 200. Mabardel's in front by about a length and a half now from Get It in second, then Four-Wheel Drive First Edition, and going inside the final 100, Mabardel. Neil Callan again in front by a good few lengths. They're not going to get to Mabardel. Mabardel the winner. Race on for places. Get It just second. Tight for third between Four-Wheel Drive and Nomadic Empire. So brilliant performance there from Mabardel, who has been coming along nicely, placed a couple of times this season, and has shown lightning pace for a very much informed team here. Hisham Al-Haddad, Neil Callan and Alma Badir Racing. And it was just a race for the places behind there inside the last 200 metres. Mabardel the winner, close call for places. Get It second place, Four-Wheel Drive and Nomadic Empire disputing third. But a superb performance from this 5-year-old Mabardel, who was certainly in good form last winter as well. Winner here back in February over the 1,200. Been running over 1,200 metres this winter. So Mabardel the winner for another one for Neil Callan, now the top jockey this term here in Bahrain, courtesy of that last success.
This horse right back to form then, Mabardel. He was a superstar last season, winning all of the big sprints here, many of the big sprints. His trip to Dubai perhaps didn't go exactly to plan, but he is back where he likes to be, in Bahrain, and back in front with Neil Callan on board. And for a 1,000-metre race, he certainly won that pretty easily. Neil Callan, another aggressive, really good ride from the front. And another victory for Al Mohammedia Racing, another victory for Hisham Al-Haddad. That team on absolute fire this season. The last Bahrain Turf Series fixture, Al Mohammedia Racing won 5 races. And, well, that could certainly be repeated here this afternoon. Mabardel, a 5-year-old son of Spiegeltown. He hit the front early, and he never really looked like being passed. Let's have a word then with Neil Callan, if I can. Neil, come and have a quick word. Over the 5 furlongs or 1,000 metres, he won that pretty easily, would you say? They don't normally win it by such a big margin.
Yeah, You know, to be fair, I came back early December, and I was riding this horse, and I rode him all last season, and he just wasn't right, and I just couldn't quite pick my finger what was wrong with him. His 2 runs were very credible, but he wasn't at his best. So that was kind of making me question whether I'd pick him for this over an Nomadic Empire, but I galloped him the other morning and I went, he's back. He felt as good as ever, and I thought if he's back to his best, even 90% of his best, he would destroy a field like this, offset weights. So I'm just glad he's come back, because he's a very good horse, got a very high cruising speed, and it's just lovely to ride these horses, isn't it?
It certainly is. And look, winning both these Bahrain Turf Series races, I know you're going to say it's sort of all part of the team, but do you really feel you're riding out of your skin at the moment? Both really great aggressive rides getting the victories.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say aggressive. I'd just say keep it simple. One thing I learned from when I had my time in Hong Kong was when I came home, like, it changed me as a rider. It changed me as a person. It just, it made me kind of read a race in front of me rather than go out there with a plan. And I think that is probably what's which has been my game changer since I've came home. So, and riding for a good team, you ride with confidence. So it's all good to have.
Well, you're absolutely flying at the minute, and we're enjoying having you here in Bahrain. Congratulations, then, Neil Callan back in the winners' enclosure. He's such a familiar face here. Well done to Neil, winning on Mabadal. Well done to all the team with Al Mohammedia Racing. His Highness Sheikh Sultan enjoying another victory. Mabadal then wins the Al Wasmir Cup over 1,000 metres. And let's welcome them back into the winners' enclosure. Mabadal, our winner today. Well, let's have a word then with winning owner, His Highness Sheikh Sultan, as per Al Mohammedia Racing. Great to have this horse back to top form, Sheikh Sultan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're really happy. Thank Hisham Al-Haddad. Did a great job. And, you know, we're happy for the horse Mubadil. He was a really top sprinter last year. And he proved it today with better horses.
He's back to his best. What might be the plan for him this season? Would you be tempted to go back to Dubai with him?
Well, we'll keep it till the trainer, and we'll take some decision later, and we'll see how we come out of the race. And yes, we'll discuss it with the family, and we'll make a plan.
And let's just also reflect on the Kovacs kid winning yet another race for you. And as Neil said, a very shrewd buy, a very good buy back in Tattersalls, back in the horses in training. It's working out very well.
Yes, we're really happy for the Kovacs kid. And all the time he's proving with better horses and winning against better competition, good horses. So we hope now he will go to the big races, and we'll see what he will do.
Where might he go then, the Kovacs kid?
Crown Prince Cup.
So he'll stay in Bahrain, not perhaps travel?
Yes, we'll keep him in Bahrain. Nothing planned. We'll see the trainer. Maybe we'll decide later for Saudi. But plan are open now.
But look, you're enjoying a fantastic and amazing season. 5 winners at the last Turf Series fixture. Could well repeat that again today. But how much are you enjoying it, and enjoying it with your brothers as well?
We're really enjoying it. And you know, as an owner for us, Al-Mohamedi, to win 2 series in a day, this is the 2nd time. We're really happy for all of our family.
Look, it's great to have you as part of the sport. Thank you so much, His Highness Sheikh Sultan, and good luck with the rest of the runners on the card.
Thank you so much.
So the result of the Al Wasmir Cup. First, number 10, Mabardel. Second, number 6, Get It. Third, number 4, Four Wheel Drive. Fourth was number 12, Nomadic Empire. And fifth was number 14, Sir Henry Cotton. The distance is 3 lengths and half a length, 3 lengths and half a length. And the time of the winner, 57.903. 57.903. The result is official. Weighed in, weighed in.
So we come to the trophy presentation of the Al Wasmir Cup, sponsored by Al Salam Bank. Thank you to our sponsors, and welcome onto stage Ali Habib Qazim, representative of the sponsors Al Salam Bank. Victory again in the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing was Mobardal. Well done. 2 connections. Trainer Hisham Al Haddad, jockey Neil Callan on his way up, and all connected with Al Mohammedia Racing. His Highness Sheikh Sultan Adin bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, joined there on stage by his brothers, His Highness Sheikh Hashim, Sheikh Nasser, Sheikh Nada and Sheikh Ali. Trainer Fauzi Nas also there, son Abdullah Nas. Another great victory for Al Mohammedia Racing. Neil Callan, Hisham Al Haddad, Mobardal, winner of the Al Wasmir Cup. Oh, don't worry. No, sorry, look, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, sorry. I haven't got enough. Right, money scatter. Is there any water around?
Get some.
Thank you. Camera guys might want some as well.
And coming up now, we've got race number 6, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the 4-year-old fillies here. The stepping stones to some big dates as the season unfolds. Number 1 is Mediterranean Moon. Edinson Rodriguez takes the ride. 2, Athbar Abdullah Faisal. 3 is Moja and Andrea Zini. 4, Ariaf and Francesco Dettori. 5, Aquila Hussein Maki. 6 is Blues Queen, and Blues Queen is partnered by Andrew Elliott. Number 7 is Dalil and Ibrahim Nada. A field of 7 4-year-old fillies, the locally bred thoroughbreds, go to post over 1,600 metres for race 6.
Horse number 1 then in this, our 5th race is, in our 6th race rather, is Mediterranean Moon in the M&E Racing colours. Alan Smith training. Edison Rodriguez takes the ride on this, a 2-time winner. So one of the few that have got some winning form in this race. By See the Moon, this filly was 3rd last time out behind Casma on the 9th of December, but it's twice been in the winner's enclosure here. That is horse number 1, Mediterranean Moon.
Athbar came good last time in mid-December when beating Shamika by a neck over the straight 1,200 metres. And Abdullah Faisal takes the ride for Haida Ibrahim. That's number 2, Athbar.
Horse number 3 then is Moja in the colours of MKR Racing. Hadi Ibrahim also trains this one. Andrea Atzini takes the ride. He finished with, he lined up against a number of these when we last saw him back on the 23rd of December. She finished 13th at that time. And looking to improve on that run, horse number 3, Moja.
Number 4, Ariaf, is looking to trouble the judge today, having been well beaten in her last 2 starts. She was 2nd back in November behind Campolina. That's number 4, Ariaf.
Horse number 6, another one that'll be running in the colours of the M&E Racing. Alan Smith trains this. Andrew Elliott takes the ride. Blues Queen having just her 2nd start, having finished 7th over 1,200 metres back in November. So stepping up in trip for her 2nd race course start. That's horse number 6, Blues Queen.
Lovely to see you, buddy. Lovely to see you.
Well, just as the horses continue walking around the parade ring ahead of this 6th race, I'm going to have a quick word to reflect on our previous Bahrain Turf Series race, the Al Wasmir Cup, with trainer George Baker. Get It finishing in 2nd to Mubadal. How do you reflect on that? Mubadal, a very, very good horse, but you must be delighted with Get It's run.
Obviously, a conditions race, so we're running off level weights with a proper horse. But absolutely delighted with my horse. You know, he won the race down the stand side on his Bahraini debut, and to back it up today with a run like that, couldn't be more thrilled. Andrea was very happy with him. He had a reputation for being a bit hot, this horse in England, but he behaved beautifully today, and I think he's just quietly progressive. Already looking forward to the dash at Epsom with him, but picking up or running again here certainly before we head home. But
I was going to say, you've got 2 more Bahrain Turf Series fixtures likely to run on Crown Prince Cup Day in the sprint.
Yes, let's see how he comes out of it, but that would be the obvious thing. We'll certainly run him again, and if not twice more, you know, if he can take it. But yeah, I mean, look, we've had 5 runners in the series, and all 5 have picked up prize money. So if you said that to me a month ago, I would have been absolutely over the moon. And 2nd, a great Irish trainer once told me that 2nd is nowhere, but 2nd is somewhere today, and we're delighted.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well, we're just looking at number 5, Aquila, going down to the start here. Aquila, one of those with a big chance on the form book, was a second behind a Battle of Talus a few weeks ago. That's number 5, Aquila. Just looking at a Mediterranean Moon and Ariaf making their way to the start for this race for the 4-year-old fillies, the locally bred thoroughbreds. Mediterranean Moon, winner of 2 races. Winner back in November as the red and white half jacket of M&E Racing. And this is Ariaf, daughter of Naef, Francesco de Torre aboard Ariaf, who was well beaten a few weeks ago. Ariaf there in the red and black chevron of Al Afu Racing.
Horse number 7 then going straight from the Paris Parade Ring out onto the track. That's horse Delail, trained by Hadi Ibrahim. Ibrahim Nada takes the ride on that as he heads around the bend down to the 1600-meter start in the colours of His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Abdullah bin Isa Al Khalifa, having his 3rd race course start. He also raced back on the 23rd of December against many of these, finishing 5th, and also then last seen just on Saturday, so a very quick turnaround for this. Horse number 7, Delail.
You're getting knackered. No worries, I know, it gets that point, doesn't it? Hey? I hit the wall, yeah. Oh. Me and Matt share Apple iWatch. You know when you do a workout, you always work out. Low you are. Yeah, it's not low. I don't even pay attention.
%% of what?
Well, so he set it at a certain calories. Yeah, well, I set mine at like 800 calories. So 66% of that is what 500 calories. I don't eat, but like, that's what I need to move at least now. So like, yeah. To be honest with you, I do. I'm into all that cutting and bulking type stuff. Yeah, it's not easy. You're into the bulking.
So the runners have arrived at the start there, at the post now for race number 6, the His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the 4-year-old fillies. So runners now moving up into the starting stalls. Race 6 field. Delisle has already gone forward. That horse drawn in stall number 7 on the outside of Moja, who's in stall 6. Athba has gone forward. Arioff is in. Watching Blues Queen load. 2 to go. Mediterranean Moon and Aquila. Aquila about to move into stall number 5. And at the moment, it's just kicking out. So just waiting on Aquila, number 5, to go into stall 5. Hussein Maki takes the ride for the stable of Hisham Al-Haddad, looking for their 4th winner of the day. This yard, blindfold now fitted to Aquila. And Aquila is almost there. That's it. All in. Ready to go. Field of 7. And they're off. With Arioff beginning well, just taken back as Blues Queen steps forward. Athba is well there in the centre and racing keenly in the 2 shades of blue. On the wide outside, Delisle is racing to the outside of Moja as they go down the back. And it is Blues Queen with a narrow advantage from Moja on the extreme outer. That one 3 wide. Athba between runners. Mediterranean Moon is following. Then comes Aquila in the dark blue and yellow. Arioff taken back and Delisle now switched off in rear. Leaving the back straight behind them, heading to the final 800 metres or so. And it is Blues Queen and Andrew Elliott in front by about a half length to the parked out Moja and Andrea Zini. And then 3 wide is Aquila as they go into the turn, followed by Mediterranean Moon and Athba. Arioff is next, and last of all as they turn the corner is Delisle. 600 to go, and Blues Queen leads them at the top of the straight with 3 parts of a length on Moja. Mediterranean Moon's going the shortest way for Edinson Rodriguez, but will need the door to open on the inside running rail and is getting really tightened up there. Mediterranean Moon was not back. 300 metres left to go, and it's Blues Queen now being tackled by Athba to the outside, and then between horses is Moja. They're the leading 3. Delisle now coming from off the pace with a run inside the last 200. It's Athba and Moja, those 2. Mediterranean Moon has had a wretched run and has been checked again, and it's Moja and Athbar as they go to the line. Moja and Athbar, not a lot in it, probably just Moja. Moja from Athbar, tight other places. In behind those were Blues Queen, Mediterranean Moon and Delisle, further back to Aquila and Arioff. So it got pretty rough more than once that race. But looks as though Moja has gone on to take the money, number 3 on the card, 2nd winner of the day there for Andrea Azzini. And this one partnered by Hader Ibrahim. Close call with Athbar. Let's have a look at it. Watching the creep there towards the finish. It's close. So it was a close call, but it looks as though it's gone in Moja's way. And the news is there is a steward's inquiry. Steward's inquiry to race 6.
Bloody hell, that was messy.
Oh?
Messy.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
Well done.
Thank you, thank you. You can see the your fucking joke.
There is a stewardess. I don't even know. Well, we await the results of the steward's inquiry, but let's have a word with Andrea Etzini first across the line. Andrea, were you aware of what was sort of happening beside you and behind you?
I was fairly aware of what I was doing, and I think something happened at the beginning of the straight. Obviously, it wasn't anything to do with me, but maybe that is the problem.
But look, Moja, you know, a mighty sort of a big improvement on this one, impressive beating some of these other young fillies, and you know, hopefully got some nice races to look forward to with this one.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good training performance. You know, they decided to put blinkers on her. She's not ungenuine on anything, but I hope she can carry her head a little bit high, and the blinkers really helped, and she really wanted it.
And for you, 2 wins today on such a big day. It's the team seems to be sort of really hitting form at the moment.
Yeah, no, listen, it's great to be here. We're lucky to get 2 winners today for MOHAMED and KHALIFA, and you know, the good supporters of mine, and it's always good to write winners for them.
Congratulations then. Andrea Etzini then, first across the line on Moja in the colours of MKR Racing, trained by Hadi Ibrahim. As that steward's inquiry is ongoing, we'll welcome Moja and Andrea back into the winner's enclosure.
So let's take a look at the provisional result. This is subject to the outcome of the steward's inquiry. This is the way they passed the post. First past the post there, number 3, Moja. Second, number 2, Athba. Third, number 6, Blues Queen. And fourth, number 7, Dalail. Distances of a neck and 1 length. A neck and 1 length. There you can see confirmation that Moja was the first past the post. Time of the first horse past the post, 1 minute 38.421. 1 minute 38.421. That is the result subject to the outcome of the steward's inquiry.
Yeah, can do.
Does he have a chance of getting thrown out for interfering at that corner?
So we'll look at the head-on replay of this race, and you're looking for the horse on the rails, Mediterranean Moon, in the M&E Racing colours. Slotted in behind Blues Queen, also in those colours. And there were 2 incidents that these stewards are looking for. Both Mediterranean Moon was hampered in both of them. There's the first incident, you can see. Looks like Blues Queen in front of Mediterranean Moon. The winner, Moja, on the right or in the middle of those runners. And then again, you'll see Mediterranean Moon makes his move out to try and come between the 2 horses. And again, the door gets closed in his face. And that's the second incident that they are also looking into. So there you can see Mediterranean Moon yet again hampered on his way through. Moja crossed the line in front for Andrea Azzini. So stewards busy looking at that. We'll give you the result, the confirmation then as soon as we can.
So the Stewards' inquiry continues into race 6. Let's look forward to race number 7, the Huntsman Cup. Number 1 is Ewan Prince and Neil Callan. 2, Exminster, Rowan Scott takes the ride. 3, Après Dark, Abdullah Faisal. 4, The Emperor Within, Edinson Rodriguez. 5 is Endifar and Ibrahim Nada. 6, Harlik and Salem Al-Lajmi. 7, Son of Normandy, Gary Halpin. 8, Gold Spinner, Francesco Dettori. 9, Alabra, Hussein Maki. Number 10 is Fourth Time Lucky and Dylan Brown McMonagle. 11, Blue Boy, Hassan Al-Safar. 12, Mubtada and Liam Canary. 13, Suspect Package, Andrew Elliott. 14, Purgatory, Hassan Al-Safar. And 15, Speed Chance and Marcielis Jures. Field there of 15 runners to go to post a handicap for the imported thoroughbreds over 1,600 metres. This is race 7, the Huntsman Cup.
So a really competitive race, this 15 runners in this Huntsman's Cup over 1,600 metres. Let's have a look at horses then. Here is horse number 1, Juan Prince. It's a 4th start in Bahrain, previously with Clive Clocks in the UK and in the colours of Al Mohammedia Racing, looking for a treble this afternoon. This is horse number 1, Juan Prince.
Number 2 is X-Minster. X-Minster is having his first start here in Bahrain. Rowan Scott is aboard X-Minster, winner of a couple of races.
Horse number 3, that's Après Dark, a winner in the UK for Marco Botti, and has come over and been victorious here as well. Won back in November and has since raced twice. Abdullah Faisal, though, takes over the ride on horse number 3, Après Dark.
Number 4 is the Emperor Within. Edison Rodriguez is in the saddle, a horse who was beaten just short of 3 lengths when last seen. That was back in March. That's the Emperor Within.
Horse number 5, Endifar, having his 3rd run for this trainer, Yusuf Taha. Ibrahim Nada takes the ride. A horse that was with Fauzi Nas over in Dubai, but back on Bahrain turf. Endifar, horse number 5.
And before we talk about number 6, I can tell you that after the stewards' inquiry, the placings remain unaltered, and they've weighed in for race 6. They've weighed in for race 6. That is the latest news. And now moving back onto race 7, the Huntsman Cup, looking at number 6. This is Harlik, and Harlik was beaten a long way back in December. Was 3rd here last winter in early December. He's only had 2 starts this season. Harlik, number 6.
Horse number 7 then is Son of Normandy, wearing the red hood. That will come off down at the start. This horse formerly trained in France by Freddie Head, then has had a good stint in Dubai before coming here to Bahrain. Gary Halpin takes the ride for Jaffa Radi. That's horse number 7, Son of Normandy.
Number 8 is Gold Spinner, a horse who raced just last week. Gold Spinner was only beaten a length and a half behind Wiretap. Number 8, Gold Spinner.
Horse number 9 then, Alabra for Osama Hashim. Hussein Maki takes the ride on this one. Hasn't won for 2 years. And is going to be coming out of stall number 9. That's horse number 9, Alabra.
Number 10 is Fourth Time Lucky. Fourth Time Lucky's had a couple of starts here in Bahrain this winter, finishing 5th on both occasions. That's Fourth Time Lucky, number 10.
Horse number 11 there, Hassan Al-Safa, on board Blue Boy. This horse, a 3-time winner in the UK, yet to win out here, but stepping back to the 1,600 metres should suit this horse, number 11, Blue Boy.
Number 12 is Mubtada, partnered by Liam Canary, another horse who ran last week, but was beaten an awful long way last week when finishing in last place over 2,000 metres. Mubtada, number 12.
There in the bottom of your picture then is Suspect Package in the colours of Victorious Racing. Andrew Elliott takes the ride for trainer Alan Smith. Suspect Package, a 3-time winner, now a 9-year-old, looking to improve on his last run when seen back on the 9th of December, finishing 6 3/4 lengths behind Chimgan. So that's horse number 13, Suspect Package.
And number 14 is Purgatory, a horse looking for his first win this season. But it's coming along nicely, Purgatory, with some placed efforts over the last couple of months. Number 14, Purgatory.
And finally, that's horse number 15, Speed Change. Michaelis Juras takes the ride for trainer Osama Hashim. An all-weather winner in France 3 years ago, hasn't won since. So horse number 15, the last horse to head out onto track, that's Speed Chance. Okay. So we come now to the trophy presentation for our previous race with the results standing following that steward's inquiry. His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa back onto stage to present the trophy. Our 6th race was His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup for the 4-year-old fillies. An Oaks trial, which is going to be run on Crown Prince's Cup Day at the beginning of February. And congratulations to our winner then, Moja, in the colours of MKR Racing. Owned and bred by Khalid Abdulrahman and his son, Mohamed Khalid Abdulrahman, receiving the trophy there from His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa. And winning jockey Andrea Atzini also there, and Mohamed Ibrahim, trainer's son, Heidi Ibrahim, responsible for our winner of our 6th race. Well done to Moja. Oh, there you are. Brilliant. Right, now we need to find you guys. Yes. Tell me about Huntsman, the history of Huntsman, why the horse has been represented here this afternoon, and you're enjoying your time in Bahrain. So I've got...
So you can see the runners are about to arrive at the start, at the 1,600 metre start. The handicap coming up for the imported thoroughbreds. Purgatory there in the yellow with the purple star. Speed Chance has the yellow with the black stars, black sleeves. Yellow with the maroon sash, X-Minster. Number 2, Rowan Scott in the saddle. And the all-blue jacket of Après Dark. Number 3, Abdullah Faisal is the jockey. Really open-looking handicap coming up. Runners making their way to the start for the Huntsman Cup.
Well, with just a few minutes to go before the race gets underway, I'm going to grab a quick word with Managing Director of our sponsor, Huntsman, Taj. Taj, first, tell me a little bit about the history of Huntsman.
Huntsman has been a tailorist for just under 175 years. Connections with horse racing have always been there. Started as a breeches tailor in 1849 and naturally evolved into civilian tailoring.
And you've got your premises, your bases on Savile Row in London?
Yeah, we've got the basis on Savile Row in London and New York, but we also travel throughout the Middle East. We've been coming to Bahrain since 2018.
And this is your first time sponsoring here at the Rashid Equestrian Horse Racing Club. Why did you want to be part of the racing fraternity here in Bahrain?
I think it's really important for us as a Natural Evolution, being a founding business in our industry, to grow with something that is also new. When I spoke to the organisers, it was really key for us to be involved at the start and show where we could grow along with the Bahrain Turf Club.
And have you enjoyed your trip over here?
Yeah, it's been incredible. Been here several times already. Been travelling for the past 5 years, so it's always as welcoming.
Well, look, lovely to have you here, and thank you so much for your support here at the Bahrain Turf Club. Thank you so much to Taj, part of Huntsman, the sponsors.
Thank you.
So you can see a shot of the runners down at the start there. Just going through a few of these with their colours. This is Gold Spinner. Francesco Dettori in the red with the black chevron and sleeves aboard Gold Spinner. We'll be going into the inside stall, stall number 1. White colours, red sash of Alabra number 9. Endifars in the grey. Purgatory yellow with the purple star. Yellow with the maroon sash, that's Exminster. Mubtada's in the blue with the white star. Son of Normandy there in the pretty dark colours. The maroon colours with the grey spots. Red with the white striped sleeves. Victorious Racing's colours. Suspect Package number 13. And Al Mohammedia Racing, Ewan Prince, Neil Callan, looking for his 4th winner of the day. Takes the ride. And Al Mohammedia Racing looking for the 3rd winner for them. That is Ewan Prince. Yellow with the purple colours, yellow sleeves, purple jacket, that's Blue Boy. Runners now are going into the stalls at the 1600 metre start for this handicap, the Huntsman Cup, race 7. So they're loading. Purgatory goes into stall number 2. Blue Boy is safely in. Alabra has loaded. As has the Emperor Within, who's in the red and white half jacket of M&E Racing. Exminster has loaded as well for Rowan Scott. 4th time lucky. Drawn to the outside, stall number 11 for that one. Endifar in stall 14 has loaded as well. More horses in than out. Suspect Package. Moving up for Andrew Elliott. Speed Chance is still out of line and could be the last one of the last ones to go in. This is race 7, the Huntsman Cup. And they're racing. Not such a good start for Blue Boy, and Gold Spinner was out like lightning. Son of Normandy's well there with Endifar. They were drawn wide down the centre. Ewan Prince takes a nice position along with Suspect Package as they move on down the back. Exminster and Speed Chance are behind the leaders, and also mid-division is Alabras. They form their early order. Après Dark, Blue Jacket in midfield as well, being chased up by the Emperor Within. Off the pace, Mubtada being followed by Harley and Blue Boy after a poor beginning is last of all. About to leave the back straight, Son of Normandy, the leader from Gold Spinner, Speed Chance and Suspect Package. Exminster's in 5th, Ewan Prince is 6th, followed by Alabra ahead of Endifar, Après Dark and Purgatory. Harlick is caught wide on the playing field ahead of 4th time Lucky as they spin now towards the final 600 metres. Blue Boy's got one behind, and that is the Emperor Within. Top of the straight, Son of Normandy, the leader by about a half length from Gold Spinner. Coming under a ride is Suspect Package in 3rd, Speed Chance, Ewan Prince, Exminster and Alabra, they follow. Then comes Après Dark inside the final 400. Gold Spinner the leader, followed by Suspect Package. Ewan Prince, Speed Chance is over on the far running rail. Exminster getting a nice run between runners as they head now inside the final 200. Exminster putting it to Gold Spinner, Suspect Package, and over the top Après Dark. Exminster the leader, being pestered now by Suspect Package. Exminster by a half length to Suspect Package. Exminster beats Suspect Package. Après Dark, Purgatory, Alabra, Gold Spinner, Speed Chance all in behind. So Exminster has won. Number 2, Exminster. Rowan Scott aboard first start here in Bahrain, and Exminster may have just drifted towards the centre of the course, but was very game in the final 200 metres. Really good competitive handicap. A big run from Suspect Package, big run from Après Dark, who was down the outside in the blue jacket, but Exminster kept finding. Exminster beat Suspect Package, Après Dark in third. Pretty close for fourth place as well. Purgatory and Alabra were in that mix.
This one before?
I have actually in York.
Yeah, I thought you... Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a word with winning jockey Rowan Scott, enjoying his first ever day racing here at the Rashid Equestrian Horse Racing Club, and a successful day. Well done, Rowan. You knew this horse a little bit when his time back at home with Edward Bethel.
Yeah, I've rode him once before at home at York for his old trainer, and he's obviously thriving out here. He's won nicely.
Yeah, how did the ride out here come about?
Through a trainer, Roger Fell, that I ride for now and again. He's got a horse over here, so I was over for the day and I managed to pick up this lad. So.
And having his Bahrain debut, what were your expectations heading into the race?
Well, I know a few of the lads riding over here, and I've had a few rides in Dubai, so it's not too new, but that's a nice track and it's good to get off the mark.
Definitely nice to get a victory. The race just panned out as suited for this one. With 15 runners, you seem to be well placed throughout.
Yeah, he travelled lovely. He made my job easy. So then when I've asked about the pick-up, he's put the race to bed.
And how nice is it to be tick another race course, another country off the list for yourself?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. That's what you dream to do, isn't it? Ride all over the world. So it's great.
Well done today. Congratulations, Rowan Scott, winning on his first time riding here this afternoon. He's winning on board Exminster, winner of the Huntsman's Cup. Well done, Rowan Scott. Trainer Jabba Ramadan. Exminster, nice victory in this. Well done, as we welcome them back then into the winners' enclosure. Well, let's have a word then with winning trainer Jabba Ramadan. Jabba, having his first run for you here at Exminster, what were your hopes, or how did you rate him before the race?
Well, we bought him in October sale, and we do like him, and he's rated 979. So we brought him here. He's nearly ready, 90% you can say ready. So he said we're going to give him a run, and I did tell the jockey, so probably he will win because we changed something on him. So he done well. Well done for a jockey, well done for a team, and a good rider.
And you're suggesting also that he might come on for the run, so an exciting season ahead for him.
Yeah, definitely, because this is his first time out, and he's carrying 62 kg. As you know, it's top weight, second top weight. So hopefully he will do more distance also.
What would be, have you thought about what perhaps his targets might be for the rest of the season?
Mile and 1, mile and 2, probably. We'll see him in 2 weeks' time.
Well done today with Exminster. Very good first run for him. Congratulations on our winning trainer, Jabba Ramadan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, result of the 7th race, the Huntsman Cup. First was number 2, Exminster. Second, number 13, Suspect Package. Third, number 3, Après Dark. And fourth, number 14, Purgatory. The distances a neck and the same, a neck and the same. At the time of the winner, 1 minute 36.021. 1 minute 36.021.
So we come to the trophy presentation of our 7th race, the Huntsman's Cup. Thank you to sponsors for supporting this race. Well done to Exminster, trainer Jabba Ramadan and Rowan Scott on board. And on behalf of our sponsors, Huntsman, we've got Taj Pool, Managing Director, and Krishman Kudasama, sporting their Huntsman suits. It's great to have some international sponsors here at the Bahrain Turf Club, and a new international jockey winning this afternoon. Rowan Scott having his first ride here today, and he comes away with a win. Exminster, winner of the Huntsman Cup.
So we move on to our final race of the day. This is the Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup, a handicap for imported thoroughbreds over 2,000 metres, mile and a quarter if you prefer. Number 1 is Roxoff, and Roxoff is partnered by Hassan Al Safa. Number 2, Roller Jam and Stefan Lajaj. 3, Mission Boy, Andrea Zini. 4, Tartan Chief, Neil Callan. 5, Mark of Respect, Hussein Maki. 6 is Law of One and Francesco de Tori. 7, Firth of Clyde, Abdullah Faisal. 8 is Return of the Mac, Hector Crouch. 9, Ben Malek and Ibrahim Nada. 10, Level Pitch. Note Rowan Scott comes in for the ride here, looking for a quick double. And 11, Port Douglas, Hassan Al Safar. 2,000 metres the trip for the handicappers in race 8.
So 11 runners in this final race. Let's have a closer look at them. Here is horse number 1, Roxoff, in the colours of Victorious Racing. Having just his second start for trainer Yusuf Taha, formerly with Charlie Hills, a 4-time winner in the UK. So horse number 1 then, Roxoff for Victorious Racing.
And also representing Victorious Racing and the Hisham Al Haddad yard, that's Roller Jam. Roller Jam, who ran here last week, but was well beaten last week when finishing 5th of the 9 runners. Was a winner here in November. Number 2, Roller Jam.
MKR Racing having a great afternoon, looking for a treble with a Mission Boy in this race. Andrea Atzini rides for trainer Jalil Al-Mala. This son of Paco Boy, a 5-time winner. Quite smart when he was racing back in Italy a long time ago. Been here for a few seasons. So this is horse number 3, Mission Boy.
And this colt by Dark Angel, Tartan Chief, number 4 on the card. A big player here, Tartan Chief, who was second over 2,800 metres last week, but down to 2,000 metres for this assignment. And Neil Callan takes the ride. That's number 4, Tartan Chief.
Horse number 5, a 3-time winner for Johnny Portman back in the UK, having his Bahrain debut for trainer Hisham Al Haddad. Looking to follow in the footsteps of Exminster, who won on his debut in the last race. This is horse number 5 then, Mark of Respect.
Number 6 is a Law of One. Francesco Dettori rides Law of One. Law of One was in the winner's circle in November and I'm afraid didn't beat a single horse last time in a turf race. Behind the Kovacs Kid. That's Law of One. Number 6, Law of One.
Horse number 7 then, Firth of Clyde, having his second start in Bahrain. Finishing second, just 1 length behind Knight of Honour just on last Saturday. So quick turnaround for Firth of Clyde, looking to go 1 better for jockey Abdullah Faisal, Abdullah Kuwaiti, the trainer. Horse number 7, Firth of Clyde.
Number 8 is a return of the Mac, Hector Crouch in the saddle. Hector Crouch's mount was beaten just over 5 lengths behind Grigadale in early December when last seen. Return of the Mac, number 8.
Horse number 9 then, Ben Malik, is going to be ridden by Ibrahim Nada. Trainer Yusuf Taha has this one. Ben Malik, a winner. He's run pretty well this season as well, finishing 3rd last time when we saw him on Saturday behind Glenn Savage, and twice finished behind the Kovacs Kid. So we know how good that horse is. So horse number 9, Ben Malik.
Number 10 is a Level Pitch. Rowan Scott looking for a quick double. Level Pitch ran with credit behind the Kovacs Kid here a few weeks ago and was a winner in early December, beating Magic Illusion on that occasion over 2,000 metres. That's number 10, Level Pitch.
And finally, horse number 11 is the 10-year-old Port Douglas. Abdullah Haj trains this horse now for Hassan, and Hassan Al Safa is going to be riding this veteran previously with the O'Briens in Ireland. Very smart and has been out here a number of years. That's horse number 11, Port Douglas. Well, it's great to see a familiar face in the parade ring here. Kevin Blake joins us. Kevin, familiar face on ITV back in the UK and, of course, racing pundit and part of the Joseph O'Brien setup in Ireland. Lovely to see you, Kevin. Enjoying your trip to Bahrain?
I am, Ali. It's great to be here. I've been hoping to get here for a number of years now, but we finally got here and really enjoying it. Had a great day today. Had a great day seeing some of the sights yesterday and here again tomorrow. So it's a brief visit, but it's been very enjoyable and hopefully the first of many.
What did you make of the 2 Bahrain Turf Series races with the Kovacs kid and Mubadal?
God, really competitive. That Kovacs kid, he's a wonderful horse, isn't he? And, you know, I hope to help get some horses out here for the Turf Series in future. We've been trying for the last couple of years with Joseph O'Brien's, haven't quite found the right one. But, you know, being here and seeing it, it really hammers home that you can't just bring one out for the sake of it. You need to bring one that's hopefully going to be very well suited by it, because they're very competitive races. The local horses are very tough to beat. So it'll be a case of waiting for the right one and hopefully being worth the wait.
Yeah, the local owners certainly know sort of the type of horse to bring out here. When you go back and sort of advise Joseph and other trainers hoping to come out here, what sort of horses would you be looking for?
I think they certainly need to be hardy. They need to go on fast ground, gate speed, ideally being able to get forward. That'd be and ideally with a bit of a progressive profile as well, because these are really competitive, and you need to be a little way ahead of your mark, I think, if you're going to be competitive.
And just put it into some sort of perspective. You're coming out here to Bahrain, but Bahrain becoming a real growing powerhouse in racing, you know, hugely in the UK and in Ireland. Now, of course, Bahrain sponsoring Irish Champion Stakes. It's their presence is ever increasing.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to watch the progress, Ali. It's clearly been very measured. You know, it's not all in a rush, which you can see sometimes, and it's making headway every year. You know, the international race out here has been brilliant. The Turf Series clearly is going to go from strength to strength. So I've, you know, really enjoyed and admired watching it so far. And God, I wouldn't like to say where the ceiling could be. You know, it's only going to get better and improve and be even more attractive to international participants.
Well, brilliant to see you here. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Ali.
So looking at the runners now down at the start for our 8th and final race of the day, the Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup, a handicap for the imported thoroughbreds. Just going through some of the runners down at the start there. Mark of Respect is in the grey jacket with the darker stripe. Mission Boy, been to give Andrea Azzini a treble on the day, has the purple jacket, light blue chevron. Firth of Clyde, white blue spots. Return of the Mac in the red colours with the white sleeves, and in the first colours of Al Mohammedia Racing, that's Tartan Chief with the white cap. Neil Callan, man of the moment this afternoon, with 3 winners on the board. Level pitch in the black, the red with the black chevron, black sleeves, that's Law of One and Francesco de Tori. Port Douglas, number 11, in the blue and yellow. There in shot with the white cap is Ben Malek, and Ibrahim Nada aboard Ben Malek. That's number 1 there, Rocks Off. And Anas Al-Siabi for Yusuf Taha. The stable represented also by Ben Malek here. That's Rocks Off with the red cap. Colours are victorious. Runners now going into the starting stalls for the 8th and final race of the day. Remember, we've got more racing here tomorrow. This is the His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup, a handicap over a mile and a quarter, 2,000 metres. Mark of Respect is moving into place. Law of One, the next one to go in, along with Roller Jam. Level Pitch, Return of the Mac, Port Douglas, they're still to go forward. So the last ones are now moving into place for race 8. Over 2,000 metres. Stand by for a start. And they're racing. 2,000 metres in front of them, attempting to break the line. Ben Malik up along the inside as they tack over to the inside running rail, and showing up prominently is Return of the Mac, and right there with the leaders is Mark of Respect, and to the outside White Cap of Tartan Chief. Port Douglas is the widest of all in the yellow and blue colours. Rocks off in mid-division with Firth of Clyde. On the inside is Level Pitch. Around the first bend they go, and the back two are Law of One and Mission Boy. So moving on into the back straight, and it is Return of the Mac, the leader. Has a one-length advantage over Tartan Chief. Port Douglas 3 wide. Ben Malik on the inside of Roller Jam in the red and white striped cap. Up along the outside, Firth of Clyde, followed by Law of One, and Rocks Off gets a shout. And the back marker is Mission Boy. Down the far side and passing the 1200, the leader is Return of the Mac, being followed by Tartan Chief, Port Douglas and Ben Malik. They are being trapped by Roller Jam, who hasn't really settled yet. Black and white of Level Pitch, followed by Firth of Clyde, has been pretty buzzy. Mark of Respect, Law of One, that together with Rocks Off and Mission Boy, the back marker. Inside the last 800 metres, and it's Return of the Mac and Hector Crouch with in second position. 2 off the running rail, Neil Callan and Tartan Chief. Coming 3 wide is Port Douglas. Firth of Clyde is to the wide outside, blue sleeves. Ben Malik's trying to go the shortest way with the white cap back in mid-division. Mark of Respect, they're inside the final 600, and it is Return of the Mac in front, being followed by Tartan Chief. Here comes Mark of Respect with a big run. Mission Boy from off the pace is trying to get into it. They're heading down towards the last 200, and it is Mark of Respect throwing the gauntlet down to Return of the Mac. Here's Mission Boy with a big run. Roller Jam is staying on. Mission Boy down the outside now is putting it up to Mark of Respect, and Mission Boy, who sat off the pace, will give Andrea Azzini his third winner of the day. Mission Boy the winner. Second place goes to Mark of Respect. Return of the Mac next, and a whole host of them in behind. Rocks Off was alongside Tartan Chief and Roller Jam. So it's Mission Boy the winner. Mission Boy goes on to give Andrea Azzini a third winner of the day. Tremendous day for MKAR Racing as well, with 3 winners on the card. And this horse has come from off the pace. This son of Paco Boy came down the outside, put it up to Mark of Respect. Return of the Mac held every chance. Mission Boy led entering the final 100 metres and was pushed out to claim top honours. 3 Mission Boy goes on to take it from 5 Mark of Respect. They are the principals in the finish as we watch the head-on.
Let's have a word then with Andrea Azzini. Again, a treble today, Andrea. Mission Boy, nice to see him back in the winner's enclosure.
Yeah, he's a horse with a lot of ability. He was a very good horse in Italy, actually. And he has been consistent. His last run wasn't that good. And obviously trying over 2,000 metres today, speaking with Jalil before the race, we were very keen to switch him off and ride him to get a trip, and he travelled beautifully. He was the class horse in the race.
And for you, 3 winners today. I think we touched on it before, the team really sort of hitting top speed now, and nice for you sort of spending the winter out here to start reaping some rewards.
Yeah, no, like I said, you know, I get well looked after here, and you know, racing is nice. The quality of the horse is getting better and better, and you know, it's always nice to be here, and I ride for some good people, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling.
Absolutely, well done, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you this afternoon for riding so beautifully. 3 winners then. Andrea Atzini, one of the top jockeys. He's ridden all around the world, and he's in the winner's enclosure here for a 3rd time today. Andrea Atzini on board Mission Boy, trained by Jalil Al-Mala in the colours of MKR Racing. Well done to all connected then. Mission Boy winning our 8th race.
So the result of the final race of the day is His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup handicap. First, number 3, Mission Boy. Second, number 5, Mark of Respect. Third, number 8, Return of the Mac. And fourth was number 1, Rocks Off. For the distances 1 1/4 lengths and 1 3/4 lengths. That's 1 1/4 lengths and 1 3/4 lengths. And the time of the winner, 2 minutes 03.919. 2 minutes 03.919. Mission Boy coming from off the pace to collect and giving Andrea Atzini his 3rd winner of the day.
Let's get the trophy presentation underway for our 8th race. This is the His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Cup. We're just waiting for the connections to debrief. And we're delighted to welcome back His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa to present today's trophy. And it is a treble on the card for jockey Andrea Azzini and a treble for MKR Racing. Mission Boy victorious in our 8th race. Well done to Connections. Welcome up. MKR Racing representatives. Andrea Azzini, trainer Jalil Al-Mala. And thanks again to His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa for presenting this afternoon's trophies. Hi. So with the final trophy presentation concluded, let's remind ourselves of all 8 winners from this afternoon.
Outside and now being unleashed by Neil Callan. He squeezes Kohalan Zarea, asks the horse a question to go about his business, and masters Kohalan Al Adiyat back in 3rd place. Kohalan Abbas 16.95, 200 metres left to go. Kohalan Zarea, who had a fine term last year, is in front here by a couple of lengths. Kohalan Abbas 17.08 is staying on and moves into 2nd place as they go inside the final 50 yards. Kohalan Zarea is just going to be kept up to his work. Kohalan Abbas 17.08 lunges late, but Kohalan Zarea did enough to beat Kohalan Abbas 17.08. Rahab lost ground at the top of the home run, 400 to go. Echo Through Time has had a dream trip, and Echo Through Time leads by about 3 lengths. AHMED, December and Galatia are the ones giving chase, followed by Rahiba, and they're facing the final 200 metres, and Echo Through Time has got away from this field. AHMED is giving chase, was 5 lengths to bridge, 100 metres left to go. Echo Through Time being just kept up to her work towards the finish. This is a very nice seasonal racecourse debut for Echo Through Time. Echo Through Time beats AHMED back in 3rd December, followed home by Rahiba, reading back to Galatia. And the filly now, Manama Girl, is on the move down the outside. They've got 400 metres left to go, and Epic's going to have to work here. It's Epic and Amouage. Here comes Manama Girl to the wide outside. 3 of them across the track as they dash down towards the final 200 metres. Amouage running a big race between runners. Manama Girl down the outside trying to get there. Epic's boxing along the inside running rail. Amouage is finding plenty for Andrea Azzini. It's Amouage trying to see off Manama Girl. Amouage the winner. 2nd place Manama Girl, 3rd Epic. Campolina Magira they follow, and Cutlass was last in. And it is Breath of Air in front, followed by the Kovacs Kid. Marie's Diamond. Lucanda hasn't quickened up and has lost a little bit of ground. Behind runners, Zagato is trying to get into the race, but it is the Kovacs Kid who is shot on by a good couple of lengths with 200 to go. Zagato's giving chase, followed by Breath of Air. Tawarek running a nice race. Byline from off the pace. It's the Kovacs Kid being chased hard by the King's Cup winner, Zagato. It's the Kovacs Kid and Neil Callan by a length and a half. There's one thing this horse knows how to do, and that's win races. Another win for the Kovacs Kid. Dark Shadow is totally outpaced, 400 metres left to go. Over on the far running rail, Instinctive Move being pestered for the lead by four-wheel drive. Mabardell with a big run. Get It is banging contention. Buffer zones behind the Principals. They dash down towards the last 200. Mabardell's in front by about a length and a half now from Get It in second and four-wheel drive first edition. And going inside the final 100, Mabardell, Neil Callan again in front by a good few lengths. They're not going to get to Mabardell. Mabardell the winner, race on for places. Get It just second, tight for third between four-wheel drive and Nomadic Empire. And is getting really tightened up there. Mediterranean Moon was knocked back, 300 metres left to go, and it's Blues Queen now being tackled by Athba to the outside, and then between horses is Moja. They're the leading three. Delisle now coming from off the pace with a run inside the last 200. It's Athbar and Moja, those two. Mediterranean Moon has had a wretched run and has been checked again, and it's Moja and Athbar as they go to the line. Moja and Athbar, not a lot in it, probably just Moja. Inside the final 400, Gold Spinner the leader, followed by Suspect Package. Ewan Prince, Speed Chance is over on the far running rail. X-Minster getting a nice run between runners as they head now inside the final 200. X-Minster putting it to Gold Spinner, Suspect Package, and over the top, Après Dark. X-Minster the leader, being pestered now by Suspect Package. X-Minster by a half length to Suspect Package. X-Minster beats Suspect Package. Après Dark. They're inside the final 600, and it is Return of the Mac in front, being followed by Tartan Chief. Here comes Mark of Respect with a big run. Mission Boy from off the pace is trying to get into it. They're heading down towards the last 200, and it is Mark of Respect throwing the gauntlet down to Return of the Mac. Here's Mission Boy with a big run. Roller Jam is staying on. Mission Boy down the outside now is putting it up to Mark of Respect, and Mission Boy, who sat off the pace, will give Andrea Tini his third winner of the day. Mission Boy the winner. Second place goes to Mark of Respect.
Yeah, well, what a great afternoon of racing. 8 races we've had here this afternoon, featuring a couple of Bahrain Turf Series races. We've had a few Crown Prince Cup trials, but 8 competitive races. And Darren Owen joins me now. Darren, let's just start with those 2 Bahrain Turf Series races. They came in, and it's obviously a conditions race this time. The Kovacs kid, he started life here in Bahrain rated 80. He has certainly climbed the handicap in recent runs here, and just as Neil described him, a winning machine for connections.
Yeah, absolutely. 8 wins last year, and he starts 2023 off with that success. I mean, if there was an award for Horse of the Year, this is a live candidate, the Kovacs kid. A great horse to own, and again, winning convincingly.
He's going to be going for the Crown Prince's Cup then on the 3rd of February. Then, I guess in contrast, Mobardal, a horse not so much on the rise. He's been there, he's done that here. He went to Dubai, but disappointing. But everyone must be delighted, all the connections, that he's back to his best today. Neil said that this week he suddenly sort of seemed to make a change in his work, and an easy winner of a 1,000-metre race.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a 3-length winner of a sprint. But as you were saying, you know, you knew this horse could deliver. You know, he had some really nice form in the book. He came along nicely over the last sort of a month or two with some placed efforts here. But by golly, did he deliver today.
He certainly did. Neil Callan enjoying a treble this afternoon, as did Andrea Atzini, and great to see him really very much in the winner's enclosure. He's only had 1 winner prior to today's meeting, so a treble today is a huge result for him and the MKAR racing team.
Yeah, absolutely. Some really good winners there, with Mission Boy taking out the last, coming from off the pace, last to first, over the top. But yeah, wonderful to see Andrea here in the winner's circle, really enjoying life in Bahrain.
Certainly was. Look, we'll be racing here we're racing here tomorrow, rather, Saturday. It's a rearranged fixture from last Friday. But in terms of the Bahrain Turf Series, we'll be back on the 3rd of February. It is a massive day for racing in Bahrain. It is Crown Prince's Cup Day, sponsored by Howdens. We've got 2 Bahrain Turf Series races, a number of Crown Prince Cup races for the Arabians, the local breds and the imported. We've got the Bahrain Oaks, we've got the Bahrain Derby. It is an absolutely bumper day of racing on the 3rd of February. We'll see you then.